Yeah.
I appreciate that advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I recall taking a bunch of people to see Black Panther just because they wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 of them were black, and they were weeping openly throughout most of the movie
Yeah.
because they were seeing black people as heroes,
It was a good
not just
movie, too.
villains,
Really good
for the first time. Yeah, it was a good movie, but I mean, it was like they're the representation, so yeah, it does matter.
Yeah, 100%. I never, when I was growing up, I had played Call of Cthulhu was actually my first ever RPG that I played, right? And I knew Lovecraft, who doesn't know Cthulhu? And so I was like, oh, I want to play this creepy game. Like, that sounds like fun. But it wasn't until much later that I actually ever tried Dungeons and Dragons, and that was because there was a very stereotypical Hollywood image of the kind of folks who played D&D, and so I never thought it was for me until I heard about it on a pod. Like, Matthew Mercer was on a podcast, and he was like running them through this game, and I was like, what is this? This sounds like so fun. And I looked it up, and it was D&D, and I was like, what? And then I started watching Critical Role, and I was like, and this was way back when they were still on like Geek and Sundry, like they just started. And I was just I was like enamored. I was like, oh my god, these people are young. And they're like cool, and I was like, this is totally not what I thought it was, which was like 40-year-old white men in their mother's basements,
Well, I am in my basement still, Tiffany, so.
Yes.
But, and so I was just like, whoa, I was like, this is cool. And so I played it, and I mean, it gave me my entire career, Dungeons and Dragons. I would have never published my books, or, none of that would have really happened without this crazy game that allows me to play make-believe with my friends.
Yep. Yeah. Well, my first Gen Con was Gen Con 8 in the Horticultural Hall. There were maybe, I don't know the full attendees, because I was just there with my dad briefly. Because we had to drive back to Canada, and that was like a 16-hour drive in those days. And he wanted to get going. But I think in the Horticultural Hall there were maybe 40 people. Maybe 40,
Really?
43. And I would say 14 to 16 of them were women. But I would also say that aside from 2 young girls who were probably children of people attending, running around, I would say everybody else was a wife or a girlfriend.
The curious are the
ones
and that didn't mean they weren't gamers.
Right, but they weren't.
But they were there themselves, because of their spouses.
The mad mage
Understood.
Yeah. I mean, I do think gaming in general, and I mean in every industry of gaming. So back when I was 16 is when Let's Plays, well, it was actually earlier than that, I think 2012 or something, is when Let's Plays really started becoming a thing, which is playing video games on, recorded for other people to watch you play that game. And I thought it was so cool that I wanted to do it. But at that time, and that wasn't even that long ago, no women were really doing Let's Plays online. And it was a very small community of us folks on YouTube who were doing it. And I mean, back then it wasn't as saturated as it is now. But now you see Twitch streamers and YouTubers and, and everyone's doing it. And I love that more and more communities are just it's not taking up space. It's just giving the room for people to do it. And, because people should create content. People should be involved in these industries, because without them, it dies. D&D lasted 50 years, but there's a lot of game companies who are on that same timeline of 50, 40, 30 years, and they're starting to see their numbers drop because, unfortunately, people get old and they die, or and they're not passing that on to the younger generation who can't sit down and read this many pages in a book.
And why is that? Thank you, Sesame Street. Thank you, Ritalin. Thank you.
Yeah.
POV,
I was like, there's a
before my
lot that goes
campaign
into
group
that.
showed
I
up,
have
and
like
was
a whole
totally
TED talk
unprepared.
that
I grabbed
could
my
do
rice
Yeah.
at encounter
about
box
why
and boom, everything I needed for
our
an epic
youth
session.
can't sit
Adventure
down
books,
and read.
map tiles,
And I
loot
mean, like a part
tables,
of it
stat
is,
blocks and miniatures, all ready to go.
ADHD is
My
becoming
players
more
still
prevalent,
think I
but
spent
why?
hours planning our
Right?
great
Well,
dragon encounter.
it's
If you're a busy
genetic,
dungeon master,
but it
get
also
Ready Set
is
Encounter
trained
live
behavior.
now on Kickstarter.
And there is a time, and you actually can see like diagnosis and things like that increase. When we decided a 12-second frame per scene shot was too slow, and we chopped that down to 7 seconds.
Yeah.
In TVs and movies.
Yeah.
And there's a correlation to that, right? Of like, oh, suddenly we wanted things to be faster paced and more engaging, and things had to change and adjust really quickly.
Yep.
And so it got worse when social media became a thing. And I say that as a social media marketer.
No, I get it. I was co-producing, co-presenting a screenwriting course in Fort Hope, where I work in the library, and they have an atmospheric theater, one of those that has survived.
Oh yeah.
So they screen arty films, and one of the arty films they screened was At Larger, the Fast Runner, and it's Inuit in the Arctic, and there's a scene right near the beginning where they come out of their igloo and they stare into the howling whiteout for 8 minutes on screen. Just looking around as the wind whistles and howls, there's nothing to see. You can tell that the sky is different than the snow on the ground.
Right.
But there's blowing snow in the middle, so it's all shades of white and beige.
Right.
And nothing else to see for 8 minutes. And of course, we just luxuriated in it. But all the young people, they got restless. They got up out of their seats. They pulled their phones out. They started unwrapping sweets and eating them. I'm what is this? And it was like, you guys have never had adventures, man. If we ever have a war, you're all gonna die.
Oh no.
Snipers have to be able to lie there, not moving, silently for hours and going, oh, this is my shot. Bang.
Yeah.
And one sad thing is that now that Tiffany's got a character in my campaign,
I watched that.
Oh, you did?
Session 0. Yes.
You did?
Yeah. And I thought Jay was being so professional, so gentle, guiding,
that's
luring them.
I did not change that. Give me 1 second here. But she's going to be at Genghis Khan, so on that next Saturday night, unfortunately. So I won't have her for the fundraiser. But you're playing with Darling and Bones too. So
yeah, is it Saturday? When is it?
It's Saturday. Yeah, a week from Saturday.
A week from Saturday.
A week from Saturday. Yes.
The 19th, right?
Yes. That's 20.
Right. I'll be back in the country.
That's 21st.
Excellent.
21st. Yeah.
What?
21st. Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
21st. Yeah.
Yep,
Awesome.
got it.
Awesome. Here comes Santa. Look at that. All right, we're good. Anna stayed 15, 20 minutes longer at the meeting than I did. So all good news. So, yep. Yep.
Oh, sorry for being late to the party.
It happens. You're good.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah,
Late
Jay knows
good.
why. So we had just had some discussion, and I had a question. I had to do a little, not a grievance, but a kind of a thing I needed to, just in case, so we can work out the answer
Anna,
later. Yep.
I expect this product to have 3D maps, and I mean physically.
Where
3D
do you?
maps,
Yes,
I can play
hopefully
3D chess.
with some cool. I just want a really good, awesome color 3D printer, and yes, we can have it. I've seen it at SIGGRAPH. The problem is that these printers cost like $100,000 or something still.
That's right.
Nothing, Anna.
Yeah,
You spent that
but-
before. You spend it on
yeah.
computers every year.
Yeah, oh yeah, but then
Just
the problem is
call
that,
the Pentagon and say you need
Oh
a
no, I
spare
can't call the
jet.
Pentagon now. I used to be able to,
Yeah,
but not now, not
Just
anymore.
tell them you need spare parts for your jets.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
A mere 160 grand should do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's not
Yeah.
It's peanuts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then when they balk at that, You go down to 120, and they say, "Oh, sure, it's a bargain."
By the way, we're all babbling here. It's okay, right? It's a Monday night. Normally we're on a Sunday, and Super Bowl was boring as hell. The game, right? It was terrible.
Was it boring?
It was awful. Hey, Rob, 71.
Okay, no, you see, Jay.
What?
I would agree with you on one point, but I would disagree on another, because when I played football, Canadian football, 3 downs, you have to throw all the time. Okay? Because you only got 3 downs. I was looking at that defensive stands,
right,
and how I would break it. So I turned it into one of those thought exercises. I watched each play going, oh my God, they're getting nowhere. Okay, how would I mix it up? I would do this, I would do that. And of course they didn't.
Some people like
because these guys have coaches. You see,
they should have called you.
No, you see, it doesn't work, because you see, in high school, you just forget what the coach told you, and you improvise on the field. But in pro football, you get benched for doing that.
Yeah.
So true.
Well, I'm happy the Seahawks won.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. They are my secondary team, because I'm from Wisconsin. I have to be a Packers fan, right? Because it's sacrilegious otherwise.
Yep.
But Seahawks are like my secret, love affair. I cheat on the Packers.
I'm Steelers and Packers, because I'm lunch bucket teams. Like, don't buy your championship like Kraft does all the time.
I understand what you like.
I want, and of course, when I was watching football,
Jack Lambert,
and Jack Lambert, Brett Favre was just starting. Football players had day jobs.
That's
because they couldn't afford.
Oh yeah.
And up in Canada in hockey too, we had one Toronto Maple Leaf on a championship team who never played the first period, because his shift at the hardware store didn't end, and he had to get on the streetcar and get to the venue and change and get out on the ice. Everybody had day jobs.
But that used to be the and
now
the
they make
Olympics
millions.
banned anyone from having be full professional up until like, what was it, late 70s or something like that. The NHL was always a problem because I remember all the Swedish hockey players who were in the NHL couldn't play in the Olympics because they were professionals. So there was a lot of stuff like that up until about 1980 or something like that. Now all of a sudden the Swedish could be part of winning medals in the Olympics, because then they can use all the best players from NHL.
My granddaughter is playing on the men's team in Malmo right now.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Oh,
she's 27. Awesome. She's not, but she's playing on the men's team.
That's so cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I keep saying, how many concussions so far? She goes, and then she says bad words.
Yeah. And I'm from Europe, so I don't even know which Super Bowl in the American sports. I don't know. I always have to ask, what is that, baseball or is that football or whatever?
They're all the same, Anna. You do it to get your endorsement.
That's why I like hockey here, because I know the rules.
Yes.
I've even played a little bit in my youth.
I'm not stripping here, but this is what you get when you play hockey, and that is that scar right there.
Joe,
right there,
Jay,
10 shoulder
right up to the camera. I can't see it.
Yep. That's one of many.
Wait
scars.
until Jay shows all his scars.
I can't. Some of them are. After I had the hip replacements, I'm not going to call anyone out, but I'm going to. And Darling and Bones are like, we want to see the scar. I'm like, you want to see the latest scar? So just afterwards, so I get the Zoom camera. They're like this long.
Jay,
like,
there's
cool.
a trick
I'm
for
like,
that.
No,
Jay.
it's not cool. So, but that's what I got to go. Hey, I knew this was going to go off. It's Ed. It always goes off the rails, right?
Straight off the rails.
We're gabbing, okay? We're just gabbing.
We're just gabbing, and that's a great thing. So tonight we're going to have a little DMs Roundtable tonight. I tried to convince Luke to come on. I was like, Luke, come on. I got Ed and Tiffany. He's like, I'm like, hey, I know you got 1,000 things going on. So
he's a busy guy.
Just talk DMing and Playstyles and editions and tricks of the trade and where you start, that kind of stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. You're showing the cover of one of Tiffany's books down here.
Yes, I am. I'm going to show cover of a couple of them, I think. That's book 3, all 3 of them. Yeah, I'm just rotating them through, man.
Where's the next one, Tiffany? Where's the next one?
It's coming. It's with the publisher right now, so it'll be out few months, I think.
Nice one, Tim. Nice one. Yes, I have scars everywhere on my body. So, we don't need, yeah. Ed, we don't need an introduction from Ed, but go ahead, Ed. Introduce yourself, man. Go for it.
Oh,
what do you got?
Okay, I'm not Jesus. I'm Dirty Santa. Okay, 66 years ago I was born. 60 years ago I started creating the Forgotten Realms. 10 years later along came D&D. I am now 500 books down the road, and I can't talk about any of the things I'm working on right now, except that I will be crossing the border, if they let me in, to film next weekend. So
cool.
And I can't say what.
Oh, this upcoming weekend.
Yes,
but we know what it is. Isn't it the same crew? No, it's not. It's not with Luke and Elise Teague.
Oh, no. That's in Cambridge, Ontario. Not
okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
This is
all right. Cool,
this
man.
Is Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my close-up, or I will be when I get the push-ups.
That's awesome, man. Yes, Tim.
Well, you see, when you got a belly like mine, you need a corset.
Just wait.
Not for the naughty reasons.
Push it all up, you know?
Yeah.
So the audience will not run away from.
That's it.
Thanks, man.
They will continue to watch.
So you see what you got to look forward to at GaryCon with Ed and me at late night and Curtis and Brett all hanging out at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be awesome.
The 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm hanging out with Curtis and Brett in the closed down restaurant. And I say, I got a 9 o'clock panel. I really should go back to my room. And I go back to my room, and there's a necktie on the door handle.
Shouldn't tell your buddy's dirty laundry Ed on stream.
That's incredible.
So where did you go?
I went back to the restaurant.
And you slept in the restaurant all night?
No, I sat down with Curtis and we talked our way through, and I
then you went to your event at
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda, I am working on it. I think I got a shot at getting the edit to Page next year.
When is Page?
In January.
Right,
January.
It's the worst time to travel.
It's very, very early. It's midwinter, so yeah, it's like January.
Yep.
I'll try.
January.
I can drive through a blizzard. Okay, sure, why not?
Maybe I drove. Just get them to pay the
They have airplanes. Even in Canada, Toronto has a really big airport, so
it has a really bad airport.
Oh, it's bad. Okay, I never flown in there.
You're flying to Philly, so what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, Anna, never park your car in the Toronto airport. $500 a night.
It away with the
$500 a night in the parking garage. It's across.
To be honest, I've done that mistake in Gothenburg.
Like what?
Yeah.
In Gothenburg, I parked quickly because I was late for a flight. And I parked and I got back.
Stuck in Gothenburg.
It cost like $800 or something like that.
By the way, Ed,
Tiffany, she's talking about Gotham City.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Brett is on right now, so there you go.
Yeah. Hi, Brett.
Yeah. And you're playing. All right. So Saturday night for the fundraiser, it's you, Darling, Bones, Curtis, and Brett. That's the group.
This sounds great.
And it will be great. I may add one more person that, Tiffany. Unfortunately, Tiffany will be at Genghis Khan. That other person has not confirmed yet, but we'll see. We can go with 5, but I did go with 6, but we'll see for that. We got a lot of great stuff going on coming up. So sorry, I know I'm the downer here. Well, we're just going to talk all night about conquests and Ed sitting out at the bar with Curtis and Brett and just having a fun time. So I'm going to show some pictures of us partying at GaryCon while we're talking. Of course, I will get them out.
First, I have to. I got my plane ticket to GaryCon, but I'm flying in Tuesday. But I have no idea how to get to
what time you
Lake
flying
Geneva. Afternoon. I'm coming like 4 or 5.
Where are you flying into? Are you flying into
Chicago?
O'Hare.
ORD.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. If we can work the timing up, I'll come and pick you up. I don't know yet.
That will be awesome. So we can work on it.
Yeah. And my flight gets in at 10 a.m. I can't wait 6 hours for you.
No. So I'm coming in.
Oh, Jay, I'll make it worth your while.
Like 3. There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, mine is coming in. I think 3 in the afternoon. I need to double check here. So yeah.
Tiffany, reintroduce yourself. Everyone, by the way, like,
oh yeah, we were
Saturday, everyone loves you and loves the group. So just so you're aware, but you got to reintroduce yourself, please.
I'm so glad. I'm glad they like Gemma. She's a crazy one. So I never know how people are gonna like receive her.
Oh, it was awesome. No, they loved her. They loved her.
Good. She's all the chaos that lives in me that I don't actually exude out, you know. So
well, it feels good to live through your character sometimes, right?
Yeah,
it's a fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fun thing to do. So, just reintroduce yourself to the audience in case there's anyone here new who doesn't know who you are, please.
Yeah. I am Tiffany Rose Nickel, TR Nickel or Rose. I have so many names because I do so many things in the industry. I am a game writer, game developer, author, publicist, marketer, etc. I am just a big old nerd who loves to do all the things. And so I have, as you see in like little pictures, The Legends of Lemuria, which is my big book series. And all started from my first ever D&D character. And so I wrote it like you would a campaign. So essentially you have your individual backstories and it all leads to book 5 for that big campaign adventure. I also work with big names like Luke Gygax and Chaosium, Studio 66 and etc. On working and building out their worlds and writing adventures.
It is a wonderful, wonderful thing that you do, and I'm so happy that you're took the leap and got into this group because still unnamed, right? This group still does not have a name.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, I have the Eiffel.
Be careful, Tiffany.
Oh,
you're dealing with the Slav Squat Squad.
Slav Squat Squad.
The 2-drink minimum.
Well, I got the shirt on, Ed.
I love that name, by the way. That's an incredible name.
Yeah, Jay, you have to tell the story of how that came to be.
Well, yes. So 2-drink minimum. We the group started with Ed, Eric Boyd, Tony Winslow Brill, Eric Mengi, and Anna. And
incredible stuff.
In the Salty Dog, like where we start everywhere else, they just started. I think it was Eric Boyd's idea, actually. I think it was Eric Boyd. And he always said, well, you know, before, because he's always like his character's half ochre priest of Heronius is. And by the way, Eric got to play at at Page. He got to play at Page with him, which was so awesome that he was there. And he's like, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to down 2 of these, right? And then that's how. So so 2-drink minimum, and that's what. And so Anna did the heraldry. It's Greyhawk City with the 2 drinks on it, and then 2 Gary Cons ago, I gave these shirts out to everyone. And now we're going to show. We'll show some of that. It was while we're gabbing here. But first, I got to show the picture of my. Whoops! Of course, it's not set. You dumb mother effer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was in a hurry.
Tiffany, he always presses the wrong button.
I do. There
it's
you go.
a tradition on this show.
It's
of course, I have to show
the
picture of my good friend Todd Strashwick and I drinking.
Yeah, Todd.
Yes, you're very good
there
friend.
You go. So there's Todd drinking. We're drinking Wisconsin old fashions. I didn't know there was a difference between standard. Yes, there is. I found that out that night. Yes. Let's see what else I got here.
And the day after too, I think.
There's yes. There's a picture. This is 2 Gary Cons ago. That's a picture of Ed, Tony, and me, all with the shirts
Look
on.
at you guys all matching. I love that. You're in your shirts.
Well, that's what we're going to do for this new group. If we get a name, and a heraldry logo that Anna makes, and I'll make the shirts.
Oh, we did. I did buy a shield for Slav Squad as well. So,
yes, we do. I'll bring
them
up.
Tiffany,
I make shirts
be
for them too.
Careful with the name, because there's going to be heraldry.
This is partying.
Sitting there on your chest.
Yes.
That goes with the name. So don't come up with something like Dragon Vomit, or you'll get appropriate heraldry.
Get Dragon
Vomit. For sure. Yeah.
Pictures with Ed.
I feel like it's going to be something chaotic. I mean, we had a lot of people in chat who were like, what was it? The Dismember Squad or something?
Yeah,
because
we
cut off multiple arms. We cut off like 4 limbs in this single game.
Call it something different. Male gamers, when you use the word member, no, never mind. And
that gives dismembered
Brett.
even better.
It's a new meaning to the word dick pics. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh God, no thanks.
Yeah.
See, Tiffany, Ed is. See, this is the line, and he's. It's like.
Hey, so I'm really good friends with Kelly from Dungeon Dudes,
right?
And anytime I talk about Ed, Kelly's like, "Go talk to your new best friend then."
Oh,
I love talking about Ed, and every time we meet, it's just so good. But because he got jealous that he wasn't going to be able to talk to you, and that I was going to be on here. But
let me set the giveaway.
We have this thing where we're like, Ed can just say whatever he wants because he has this aura around him that like he can't offend anyone. It's like he can say on the toe things, but it's fine. Either it's just like something within you that everyone is fine with it, or it's like maybe the Santa appeal. Like everyone's like, no, Santa can't do anything wrong. He already watches you when you sleep. What's the worst could he do?
Just note that there is a line on Twitch.
Yeah, TLS is
It's the girls who break that.
Oh, they're way worse than you, Ed. I agree.
Yeah,
throwing bones.
I don't use dirty words on Twitch.
Oh, they're really But
I just do inappropriate.
All right, here comes the Eiffel Tower. You're Eiffel Towering Curtis in this picture. I still don't understand that, but yes. Yes, whatever. Yeah. There you go. That is yes.
Oh, Curtis looked in such pain there.
Yeah, I got more of these coming here. Here's the whole. This is the good picture. So
Ed, Kelly's in chat.
Who's in chat?
Kelly.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Is that Kai in real life?
Yeah.
Hey. So, hey, why don't we Dungeon Dudes? You guys are YouTube. I'm a big Twitcher. Let's collaborate. Sounds good. Good to see you. And thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Tiffany is awesome and fits right in with the group here. And I'm gonna let's see here. I'm assuming you guys are Dungeon Dudes is your channel. I'll follow you off of Dungeon Dudes. Guy, thank you very much for coming on. So this picture here,
videos.
Yeah, awesome to see. You got Yoav. This is 2 years ago when he was new to the community.
Yeah.
Ed, Anna, Chad, Brett. There's Vant Wickman licking Brett's head. You got nice. Bird, you got Coco, myself, and Curtis there. That's one of the best pictures from that year. So
that's an Evolve, the end bar.
Yeah.
Which looks very different than when it was Hef's bar.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks for doing that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So yeah, this is it's a great pick. One of my favorites. And then I'm trying to get all the ones of Ed. Oh, I don't know how that one slipped in.
Curtis,
you know,
no tongue, no tongue
slipped in.
I told you, no tongue.
Too bad Curtis isn't on. I know Brett's on. Oh, so Ed was giving everyone massages this year, and so here he is massaging William Henry Dvorak. During my so this is in the club, and this is my Wednesday night 4-hour Gabbin I do from the club every year, and I put on the Twitch front page as long as they approve it. So Ed was giving everyone massages that night. So
all these guys had driven for like 8 to 12 hours to get there, and their necks and their backs were like iron cables for holding their cars on the road. So it was time to make sure they got to sleep.
But everybody loved it. So yeah, it was almost like you had to cut the audio on
down by Greenwood. Absolutely.
Yep. Ed's magic hands. Yep.
There's something I want to say here, but I won't.
Oh God. Yes. Well, he was. Yes. I'm only showing him massaging the male individuals in this. I got other ones in here. I'm not going to share. Oh, that's great, Hawk. So there you go. That's some pictures, though.
There I am massaging an eagle.
Yeah. Just wanted to show some of those. Ed's magic hands. He does have magic hands. But so we're going to have fun. It's only 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, weeks away.
Yeah.
Don't remind me. I have 2 adventures
it's coming up
to write.
quick.
But before that, everyone, I'm doing this now just because it flowed. I need all your help. I need everyone's help, and that is as much as you can. Last year we raised $32,121. Okay, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that this year, but we have a lot of channels. Look at all the channels involved this year. We start Wednesday night. Disorderly Dice will go. Then we're going to go Thursday most of the day, all day, from like 3 o'clock on, which normally we only do one stream on Thursday. Friday all day, Saturday all day, Sunday all day till the Gabbin show. And we got a lot of giveaways. Like, look what just came in. I want to share this right now. This came in from Jeremy from Gamescape 3D. This is going to be the top pick. This is only opened in the box. Let me go to the bigger screen. This will be the number one pick, no doubt about it. Rob, this is the limited edition Golden Dragon of Chaos in the box.
I don't think I've never seen that before.
Rob
what is that?
With
it's a miniature.
With the certificate of authenticity still in it. This is probably goes for like this probably goes for like $500 on eBay. Yeah.
Cool.
When
did it originally come out?
This is number 50. This is this has got
Roll Partha. It's got to be 30 years ago.
I don't. It's got to be. I'm going to say at latest this came out was 92. It's got. I think it's before that.
Wow.
I'll take a look. Yeah.
Older than me. Jesus.
Tiffany, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
go
double that.
You're never supposed to ask a lady their age, but you see when you get white hair.
I get asked it all the time. Yeah. Okay, it's and not for like creepy reasons.
I'm so old, I have no problem with it. So,
The link for Abominations Abound is right next to the now live thing underneath the pictures. If we scroll down under after the About Lord Gazumba, you can click on that. It'll take you right to the site. Just so you're aware. And we're going to start. The Prelude show is next Sunday. Okay, we'll have a lot of people on. Just all right. That's enough of me babbling on that. So, but it's a big thing.
Everyone, check it out.
Thank you very much.
Ooh,
we'll have a lot of
Uncle
a lot
Tiffany
of participating, a lot of participation from the community. So, all right, let's all do this. What's your favorite system to play and to DM, system and style, and what's the most obscure game you've ever DM/GM'd? All right, hey darling, I'll go first. All right, for me, old school 1E, 2E D&D, you all know that, right? Okay, with my own rule system. Anna calls it 1.J rules, right? Been doing that for decades. The most obscure game I think I ever DM'd was one that the Everham series Tim and I play once in a blue moon, and that's Aftermath, post-apocalyptic. It's like Road Warrior-ish type. Now, I also run Battletech Mech Warrior a lot. We haven't done one live stream in a while, but I love playing that game too. But like, I think the weirdest one I've ever done is Aftermath. And it's kind of tough to DM, but Tim does it real well. So that's for me. Go ahead, Ed.
Me? Okay. I think my favorite is I'm very like Jay, because I end up just free-forming and doing my own rules. And it's all intrigue and ham acting, character building. The people rarely draw their weapons, the characters. And it's really second edition because that's the one I think in, because that's the one I designed the most of back in the day. So if I don't think about it and I just concentrate on the game, I fall into second edition with one thing borrowed from fifth, the concept of rolling with advantage and disadvantage, which I thought was a good mechanic to give the players some chance. And the most obscure thing would be when Jim Ward wanted to do variant rules for Metamorphosis Alpha to develop a new game before Gamma World. And he gave it to a bunch of us to playtest.
Wow. What year was that?
Jay, I'm old.
78?
old.
No, I'm dead
Did
serious.
I mention I was old?
70.
I think it was 79. I think. I could be wrong. Somebody go out on the internet and use the magic stuff to look up when Gamma World came out.
I'm gonna say
And
Gamma
it's-
World came out in 80. Is that
Okay,
right?
so 79 then. Yeah, a year
That's a
before Gamma
guess.
World. So, yeah.
Tim's
So
good
1979.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was a good year.
1978 is when it came out. It says on internet.
Well,
Okay.
maybe a year earlier than that. So maybe
Oh, then
77.
77. Okay, 77.
So you played Test Step of Four Homes Basic was out.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm old, Jay. Oh,
Ed, we're not that far apart in age. You, me, and Anna
Oh,
are all pretty
come
close.
on.
Oh, come on. I'm
come on.
older than you, Jay. So yeah, still older than
You
you.
guys
Jay,
are all
so-
young
Thank you, Tiffany.
at heart.
You're only
Yeah.
as young as the
all
one
young
at
at
the
heart
ocean.
with scars all over my freaking body. 78.
You're
Thank you, everyone.
you're battle worn, but you're
Yeah,
still young where it counts.
Battle worn.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
it. That's
Jay, moving along,
moving
Jay.
along, everyone. Yes. So, oh, that's funny. Okay.
Really big show. Really big show.
Yes. All right, Anna. How about you?
Well, now I'm designing my favorite rules, Hawktails, and now I've been using it. So it's the same reason, Jay. I designed the main criteria is that it's supposed to be a good system for me to run, so to speak, to run in using. So I'm trying to make it really simple for the game master to run it. That's one of the main criteria. So the burden of work burden is moved a bit more to the player. So as a GM, you kind of you do more overarching stuff rather than doing die rolls and sit and do calculations. That's on the player side, and that was one of the things that I wanted to tweak. So I've done that. The weirdest game I've ever run, it was actually the Swedish version of Gamma World that was called Mutant back in that was like late night. I'd played a session like 6 times back in the 80s when it came out. I never played it. I've never run a game, whatever. But then, for some dumb reason, there was a conference on civil defense or whatever it was in Sweden or something, and they had something they wanted to do as a problem-solving thing, so to speak. So someone in the running that convention had a. And this is a very serious stuff, meaning top civil servants, politicians, military, and ever have a serious conference talking about life and death and survival of the nation, so to speak. And then in the evening, they wanted something that was a little bit lighthearted, but tied into the theme, meaning survival after we being bombed to Stone Age or something horrible have happened. So someone there played role-playing games and said, oh, they wrote together a scenario and then didn't show up for some reason. And they say, oh, you play role-playing games. You can, here are the scenario. I didn't have the rules. I had never played the game for like 40 years or 30 years or something like that. I had no idea. So I basically Googled and got like some vague PDF of the rules. So I read through that and I had like 2 hours and I read the scenario and then I simply threw out the rule book and just ran it with the people and they were like, So that was the weirdest role-playing game I've ever ran, was people who never understood what role-playing games was at all, so to speak. And you were supposed to use a rule set that I had no idea and a scenario I'd never written. And it was... It went well because it was nearly TPK. I was hard on them, so to speak. So I was really, really hard. I wanted to prove my point. There was a couple of survivors that sat in a corner who simply survived by not showing their face enough for me to kill them. So,
it's good. It was almost TPK.
Yes. So that's to me, that is like an almost TPK on the best session. So I pushed them so hard, and then they all like, oh, we're gone now. And then there were two others sitting in a corner. I was like, should it be time for me to roll? And I was like, yeah, you survived. So that was it.
So Tiffany, a quick sidebar story.
I was like, I see how Anna runs her games
well,
now.
Yeah, I'm going to give you an example.
Near TPK. Yeah.
2 years ago, when they first started doing Tower of Gygax,
Mm-hmm.
Anna runs her Tower of Gygax with all these traps and these zombie goats and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was 8 players. 1 survived. Guess who that was?
It was the person who played a cleric who stayed behind until the last round.
Who was that?
That was you. Yeah. I didn't have time to get
because
to
you had experienced her GM style, so you're
Yes,
like, yeah, I
that
ain't
too.
falling for that.
Yep.
I just say I survived that TPK. There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But on the
yeah.
other hand, Tower of Gaga is a little bit special because it's
Yeah,
supposed to
kill
be a
everyone.
TPK. That's the point.
No, it's not.
Come on.
I've had 2 sessions where everybody survived.
Oh, I thought it was the idea was to kill all the characters.
Well,
so I
yeah,
tried to
but
do
they
that.
wouldn't do
Like
anything.
DCC, you know?
They
But that
huddled
is not an
together.
excuse. That if you don't do anything, that's even worse. Then all the stuff comes. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I had my Marilys.
Yeah.
Roll out of the mists. And
Yeah.
there she is, an old style Marilys, so she's sexy. Okay, not the new ones. And she's wearing a cut off T-shirt that says, "I am grateful for your dead."
Yeah. But this is
they just looked at her and ran.
Yep. But this is one of the things that I think we should do if DM's Roundtable. Don't always wait for the players to do something. Throw shit at them, even if they don't do anything, so to speak. Yeah.
So 2 things here. So Tim, the ever mysterious Tim, who's played multiple times with Anna in her new Hawk Tales play tested it, right? He says, Jay, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean Anna's not out to get you. And number 2, this comes from a guy whose dad would always start the game off. Tim's dad would say, "You're dead. What do you do next?"
Oh, good one.
What?
That's what he always said. You're dead. What do you do next? Yes. In fact, they have a statue they made for him that actually said that. Yeah.
And death is not an excuse for running away from my games. You don't get rid of me just because your character dies, so to speak. That's when the problem starts, and that's what I told some players. Now, when I play test the after death rules in Hawk Tales, so that's when you have to start defending your soul and stuff. Then it gets really nasty. So the problem just starts, and then after you die, then the problem really begins and they escalate from there. So it gets worse. So yeah.
You thought this was torture? Just wait.
Yep. Just wait until you have to hold on to your soul, literally. Yeah.
So I'm going to answer Amanda. I can't answer that question because if I say it's similar, then all of the purists at GaryCon are going to freak out on the page people. So the answer to that is Tower of Gygax is so awesome at GaryCon because you don't know who's DMing when you sign up for it, unless Jay blabs out when he's DMing, which
I don't keep track of my
I won't do that this year, but just note it's probably the same time I did it last year and day. No, I didn't say that.
But Curtis and Brett just put their names at,
right, but
so you don't know who you're.
There's going to be like 30 to 40 different DMs this year.
That's cool.
3 tables going on. It's awesome. It's 2-hour sessions. Legends, Ed, Anna, myself, whole bunch of people. Other people are going to be DMing sessions.
And I will say that nobody died in my last session last year, but it's 2 of them were running along the dungeon corridor, carrying their spleens in their hands.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had 2 survivors last time because there were 2 people.
We were getting hungry. It was near dinner time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
To cut it short.
So the Mentor thing's cool because it's just Frank and he's trying to kill as many players as he can.
Yeah.
And that's over more than 2 hours, right? This is 2-hour sessions, 3 tables running from like 1 o'clock on to 9 p.m. every day. So it's really crazy. And that's what they do. That's what Curtis and Brett do. That's part of it. And also
and they put it down on a side corridor in the lodge.
Yeah.
So the blood will run out the doors and into the parking lot.
And Tiffany Myriad's the one who's doing all the artwork for that.
Oh,
that's
cool.
her connection. She normally, if she could have come, that's where she'd be. But Bones is part of that too. And I hear Kurt is going to help them out this year too. So it's just cool. All right, Tiffany, we didn't even get to you yet. So tell us what your favorite is and then obscure.
Well, I'm a little biased.
It's okay. Biased is fine.
In the sense that I love 1-page dice dungeons, which is like my baby, and Jerry Red Shepherd, we developed that together. And there's a different system for every die, and it's so simple that everything is on a single page. So I I love the freedom of it. Oh yeah, Ed, you have all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
I had to get them all. They were so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the D6
Yeah, I need to get them too now. Yeah.
No, you should. I'd be happy to run a game for you guys that, like, it's such a pick up and play. You don't need to bring anything. Like, it's all created right then and there. So
Jay, it's like life. You don't need to know what you're doing.
exactly, yeah. But the D6 is probably my favorite out of all the systems, just because I love the difficulty of resource management that it has. You only have so many die that you can actually roll in the game.
Okay.
And so you have to really work together as a team. You have to be like, should I check for traps? Is it worth using that die?
That
like,
is a cool mechanic. Yep.
Screw it. I'm just kicking the door open.
Yep.
Yeah, and all you use is a D6 in that whole game. So it's like it's really just so central and core to that. And there's real life consequence. So if you want to rest and essentially like regain some back of your ADP, like some of that action dice pool, you have to spend in real time and wait and rest.
So you have to sit there at the game table for 5 minutes.
Around role playing around a campfire, wherever you're setting up as you rest, and we're there for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
depending on how long you're resting, and we're just like chit chat.
That's a cool game mechanic. You lose session time if you do it. That is
it's a
brilliant.
Yeah.
That is, you have to sit there and the DM say, "Okay, now I'm sitting here, wait," and you put like a little timer and say, "Okay, 10 minutes." And
how many players is optimum for that?
It can be so for the D6 specific, it's one of the only systems in all of the ones that we've made that you need more than 2 people. The rest of them are one person running it, one person playing it, scalable up to 8 people playing. But the D6, you need at least 3 people because of the trying to manage the dice. It becomes really strenuous if you don't have someone else to lean on.
Well, and we can do that. We can do that via Zoom, right?
You can do it literally at, like, you could play it in a car.
All right, so this is what
like it's so easy.
Don't incriminate yourself, Tiffany.
No.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is
but you just have someone else roll the dice on a phone app or something, like, and you're just kind of talking. I'm a very yes and GMer, so it's like I dig into the story that is being made right there on the spot. I love the challenge of like, what railroad? I don't know. It was buried 6 minutes or 6 hours ago, and now we're on a whole other tangent. And I'm a animator, so I get up and I jump up and dance around, and I'm a monkey.
So what we'll do is we'll have you DM it for 4 people, and that'll fit me on my picture here and 3 others, and you full screen, and we'll do it. Sound good?
Awesome. Yeah, would love to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Cool to see. Yeah.
Maybe I'll auction off that 4th spot.
There you go.
During as a donator gift. Maybe
that
we'll do
sounds awesome.
Yeah, that would be the 3 of us. If we can get it together, you DMing, and then we auction off that last spot.
Yeah.
We need shot glasses.
Yeah.
If I'm drinking during that game, Ed, then we're in big trouble.
Every time you use one of your dice, you take a shot.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. So, all right, that's awesome. How about something obscure that you?
Oh man. Okay, so it was a homebrewed system that I found online because my friends wanted to play a TTRPG, but they wanted it very specifically to be Pokemon. And so I was like, this doesn't exist. I don't think. I was like, I can't find it. And so I went online, and someone in their spare time had created an entire game system around a TTRPG Pokemon game, and it was just free online. And so that's probably the most obscure. It was very simplistic, actually. The most complicated part was like the evolution mechanic of how Pokemon evolved. But it was a very short-lived game. It only lasted, I think, 3 weeks because life. It's the curse of any campaign. But it was pretty cool, given the fact that there was dictated like careers paths that you could have. So like it wasn't just, oh, we're Pokemon trainers. It was like you could be a Pokemon breeder or a Pokemon nurse or a Pokemon like officer. Like there was all the ranger. There was a bunch of different career paths, and it essentially gave you a different different abilities in which you can interact with Pokemon in the world. And it was pretty interesting.
That sounds interesting. As you just said.
Yeah, it was really, but someone just did this on their free time. They're like, it was free for anyone to download, and they're like, I think I found it on Reddit. I don't know.
No, Savage. No, really cool. I'm not playing in the Pokemon game. No, I'm not doing that. What's up there, Tim? No, I'm not. And by the way, Tim, I hear you're running a Tower of Gygax as well. So kudos to you for doing that. So Stronghold Tim will be running one. Where's your freaking shout out, man? I got, oh my God, I'll find it. All right. Question.
Just press a random button, Jake.
Ed, I just did, and I don't even know I did that. Oh my gosh, I shouted out a channel that's not even streaming anymore. Thanks, Ed. I did that, and that's what happened. There it is. I got so many things. All right.
Yeah, but you see, now it's not your fault. I told you to do it. It's my fault.
Yeah.
It's never my fault, Ed. It's always my fault, Ed. Just ask anyone who lives in this house. It's always my fault. So, yeah. All right.
Marriage is.
No comments. Just kidding. So, if you can play D&D or any game with one person you've never played with before, I always ask this question: who would it be and why? Living or dead, I don't care.
I feel like playing a game with Robin Williams would be.
That's a great one.
Yeah, would be probably one of the coolest games ever. Just his ability in storytelling already, but then add his incredible improv talent. I think it would have been really cool to see him play Dungeons and Dragons.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
What are you, Ed? You play with almost everyone.
Okay. When I was a callow youth, my best friend roped me into a polo game at his farm.
You were on horseback playing polo.
Yeah, on a polo pony that didn't know me and I didn't know it.
Oh my God!
And I was
neck broken.
Yeah. That I spent the entire game hanging off the polo pony's neck, and it spent the entire game throwing me off because it didn't want that. And Prince Philip said to me, "Were you born as giddy goat, or you just worked really hard at being one?" Okay. He was on the other team. That's why Richie needed another person to fill out the home team. But one of the Queen's retired ladies in waiting was along for the trip, and she was an earthy old lady who's no longer with us now.
Is this your real life you're talking about?
Yeah, yes, it is. This is real life, Ed. Yes, this is real life, Ed.
Yeah, and she, you can see an episode of the Graham Norton Show in which she flogs her autobiography and scandalizes all the other guests. But she was so upper crust and so at the same time dirty-minded and had seen and heard everything. I would love to do a role-playing session with her, because I'm sure it would have featured a lot of the, well, I don't really think I want to hit them with my axe. Can't I just use a little diplomacy? I'll use my knife. She was that sort of, and I would have loved to do that just to see what would happen.
Oh,
because these sort of people, they went through the war. They did stuff.
Yeah.
All creatures great and small in the latest season. There's so many characters like that in that series.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. They're always stiff upper lip. There's always, well, we must be polite and do things with style. No, you cannot stop the butler. You have to stop the footman first and work your way up. That's how it's done. It's full of that sort of stuff. Or, no, you misunderstand me, my lord. The whip is for the stable boy. And
oh my gosh.
That sort of stuff.
Oh
But it's
my
always
God.
the dignified stuff. So I was thinking,
Well, society was compulsory back then. It was no one questioned it.
Yeah. So she would probably do and say all sorts of inventive and underhanded things, but she would do it politely.
Yeah, with the class of an English
she
woman.
would say things like, I fear I have to kill you now. That sort of stuff. And I think it would have been hilarious just watching her like go through life in the very brief time I saw her, which was like maybe half an hour of accumulated time around both ends of the match. I think playing D&D would have been hilarious.
I'm gonna have to try to, if we ever play a game together, Ed, I'm gonna have to try to work that.
When?
I fear I have to kill you now. Just for you.
Of course, milady.
You will definitely get into a 2-drink minimum game, Tiffany. There's no doubt.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Fresh.
We got that. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Ravalantar is the biggest. He's like always looking behind his back. For some reason.
You told me this.
Yeah. He's always paranoid. Like, I can't cast a spell on that spellcaster. I know he's got minor globe on. Jay always puts minor globe on everything.
And guess what? He always does.
But that's a good one, Ed. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That leaves you and me. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ed. What was that? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Anna, you have one? I'm going to say one that's really arrogant.
That's because now I also played with so many of the awesome folks that meaning Eric Mona was high on my list, Ed was high on my list, and a bunch of other folks that are, and but one that Owen Casey Stevens, I haven't played with him, and he is high on my list of people that I want to play with because he is also one of these simply amazing storytellers. And he's like a 17th level bard who sits. I remember at Gen Con, a couple of Gen Cons, he'd sit in a hotel lobby and just keep talking about random stuff. And I kid you not, there's like 15 people simply glued and listening like this, and they're all entertained. And he just sits there and talks. And I'm just like, damn, that is so cool. So he's really, really good. So Owen Casey Stevens is high on my list, and I'm on his Patreon, and we haven't collaborated on anything since Kobold Press 10 years ago, but it might happen. So this is definitely not out of question that I might be able to hopefully that can happen. So, but he's really high on my list. Yep. He is just an awesome dude, and he is fantastic player and really, really good storyteller, and also very prolific and worked in the business for industry for 25 years or something like that, I think. Yeah. He had some health issues lately, so that's the last half decade. So,
oh no.
So, yep.
Well, get that game in.
Yes, yep. But he's just amazing.
See at GaryCon?
No, I don't think he will be at GaryCon, but maybe. No, I don't think he will be at GaryCon. Not this year, but I'm sure he was at the earlier ones. I'm sure he was there. Yeah, just like, and he's good friends with Stan as well. Yeah.
I'm blessed. Okay. Todd Stashwick, Luke Gygax, Eric Mona, Ed, Anna. Who else? I mean, they all play my campaign.
Yeah.
You, Tiffany, all the other lovely ladies that play, right? Darling, Bones, Myriad, Amanda, Bella, Rogue Chick, Rob, Korg. So I really have to think deep. I really think that Matt Mercer should play in one of my games to see how it's done right.
Oh! Ow! Whoa! Ow!
Well, I just had to say that.
Look. Now, Jay.
I'm kidding. But it would be fun.
You're aggressive.
I would play in his game once, and he could play in my game once. They're different styles. They're completely different styles.
Yeah.
Different styles.
Yeah, different styles. That's all. and that's okay. No two DMs are alike. I had to say. I just said.
But I love that though, because you can play the same setting, but get a completely different experience.
Absolutely.
Because of that, and
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah.
I do a lot of panels and things like that at all the conventions that I go to. And one of the questions people ask a lot is, well, how do you be a good GM?
That's
and I'm like, well, I was like, the thing about being a good GM is wanting to tell a collaborative story and be there for the players. Right? I was like, if you're wanting a very broad answer to that question, because there's so many little things that could make someone great, but it's really how you want to tell the story. It's just like any author or game writer. It's when you're writing, there's no new idea, there's no uniqueness in the world anymore, because of the fact that everything has been done. There's only 7 different types of way to tell a story. But what makes it interesting, what makes it unique, is the voice that's telling it. And when you're all coming together, you have all those unique voices telling that same story together. And so it's not about how do you be a good GM. It's, well, you're showing up to tell a good story. And so be there to tell a good story and allow that story to be told. Don't try to dictate and control every aspect of the game, right? That's the beautiful thing about RPGs, is that it's not about control, it's about exploration.
True. But
she's covered it. We can go home now.
Yeah, no. I'm going to caveat that. You're absolutely correct. No. This, if you're going to meet next week, you have a session, you have 4 to 6 hours. But when you're at a convention or you're on a live stream, the rules change a little bit. Because what's the worst thing that everyone ever tells me at a con? We got halfway through and I never finished. Happened, right? All the time. And the number one thing people say to me at my games, at GaryCon page or whatever, is like, Jay, you always get completed. I'm so happy we finished. We defeated the bad guy or whatever. Because a con experience and a live stream experience is a little different.
Really?
Yes, it's a little different.
I've never had that issue of the story not being told, but it's
not finished, not being completed.
Yeah. But I think it's. I've had games where the objective wasn't complete, but
that's okay.
The story was concluded.
Yeah.
And I think like that. This is where we get into those nuances, right? Because even prepping, you're showing up prepared, right, to tell the story, right? So like, but you're there. So there's that overarch. But once we get into the nuance of all the things, right, that's where it becomes so individualistic of what allows you to be the best GM that you can be. And I think some people need that preparation and to ensure that the players stay on track and ensure that, and not all adventures are going to work well with like the improv. Some need to be like, we're on a mission, let's go. Like DRR, which is the big system that's Jerry's baby that we've developed together, it's faction race. So it's like, you have your objectives, you need to complete them, otherwise you will lose the game, period. Like that is end flat. Like you have your objectives, you need to go because you're racing against the clock and other players. But that's what people are showing up for, so it's like,
no,
you're going to have a different.
What you said was dead on. I'm caveating that with all the years that I've done cons and I've done live streaming, knowing if you're not going to if that group is never going to get together again, you want them to.
You want to finish that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And someone's on that table.
Your time
100%.
slot. If they only give you an hour for a game,
that's
or
not
2
enough.
hours,
no,
you can't do a murder mystery. There isn't enough time.
Right.
Absolutely.
Which is why when you watch a televised crime show that's a mystery solving thing, it races in the last 5 minutes and there are jump cuts and logic because they've got to get it finished.
Yeah, always like that in Law and Order. Always happens like that. Yeah,
exactly.
You're dead on that. I never even thought about that. But if we're talking about just general DMing, you're dead on telling the story. We're letting the players tell the story. Like Saturday, I kept my mouth shut till the NPC showed up. Right? I mean, I just thought ladies had at each other. Yeah, exactly. There's absolutely.
Some player
Sometimes
makes
you
it
gotta know when to
easy.
keep your mouth shut. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Let them do whatever they're gonna do, because it's typically the thing that you remember, is
Oh my God.
the nonsense that they choose to get up to together as a team.
Yeah. And the players will tell you who the murderer is too. So
Yeah.
you don't have to work out the story, because once you start gaining out the mystery, they will solve it for you, and then you're like, yes, you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine just plopping Ed in that group on Saturday. Oh my God.
Jay.
Ed's only got one character, by the way, so maybe it's time.
Okay.
Maybe it's time.
Yeah, Jay. I'm down to 3 hours sleep a night as it is. I cannot, and I've just been hornswoggled into being a guest DM for some friends of mine. So awesome. I have literally no time.
I know that, Ed. I know that. I'm just saying, down the road, we'll throw you in the
down the road. When my false teeth start to
I know how busy you are.
I've retired.
I appreciate you so much, Ed. Even playing in the amounts and we're gonna have fun at GaryCon too. So
we'll have fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna if they let me into the country,
Why would they let you?
Well, you never know. Yeah. Oh, Jay, I don't know what's this. Yeah, we don't need to go there.
Discussion. Yes, no.
No, I didn't mean that.
Yeah,
I mean now there's a new thing where they take all our photographs.
Exactly. Yeah.
On the way in, I don't know how they're going to do that if I'm driving. Do I have to get out of the car and go and put my face in a box or something? And because it's never happened before, I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because after 50 years of crossing the border, I mean, when I started crossing the border, you didn't have to have any ID.
Mm.
And young kids could be bouncing around, no seatbelts in the back of cars,
right?
With their parents, and nobody batted an eyelash. Like little kids with one parent. Then you said, oh, you should have some ID. Does one of you in the car have a driver's license?
What?
Oh yeah. Well, you didn't even had to carry your driver's license on you in Canada. You had to produce it within 24 hours if the cops charge you with something.
That's crazy.
And selling a shipping crate. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So everything's changed, and so each time it changes, I was like, I don't know, are they gonna let me in this time?
Yeah, you're like, I don't know how the rules have changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Anna, go ahead. Ask a question, please.
I was thinking, I've asked this another DM's roundtable, and I think it's one that I struggle a little bit with. And I think I asked Tiffany, I think when you were on, we discussed it too, but I think it's worth again. How do you label your games to present to players so they can get an understanding of so if they should sign up, especially for like convention games, or if you want to advertise online for running your games and stuff. So how do you try to get players who you think would like to play with you to be in your games? And how do you get people like, oh, I don't want that category or whatever, or something? Meaning, if you run a certain type of game, like you don't want rules lawyers or whatever, or something like that. You run a very rules light game. Meaning, what are the pressure points you should point out, so to speak? What are the stuff? Meaning, do you run? Is it enough to just say the rule system you're using, or do you, and the VTT? Yeah. But I think it's one that is becoming, especially since we play on conventions, at conventions, we play online and various stuff. Meaning the luxury, Jay, that you play with your buddies that you played for decades, that you know it inside, it's not a problem. But for a lot of DMs in this day and age, that is a problem. Meaning, how do you present your games? It's a bit like put it in a classified ad or something. It's meaning, how do you go about soliciting players, so to speak? What are the points you should point out?
You want me to go first on this? I'll go first. I'll go first. If I wasn't, like, a lot of it, Ed, myself, Tiffany have reputations, right? So people know what they're getting. But if ooh la la, no, seriously, But if I was new, like when I first started DMing, I would say, old school DM, heavy use miniatures terrain. that's all I would put because I'd be new. What else am I going to put? And you have to tell a little bit about yourself in the description of if people don't know you. Like everyone knows Carlos. Carlos is a very descriptive theater of the mind 1E DM, and Carlos's games sell out at Gary Con 30 seconds. They're all sold out, right? But that's kind of we're lucky. We're lucky we get to the point where people know what we're about, right? But a lot of people, that's what I would do. I would put rule system in and the play style right into the description. That's
and play styles. What would be the labels you use there? Yeah,
play styles. I would put in whether I was theater of the mind or I was VTT or I was. I would put that right in there. So me, adventures and terrain style.
Yeah.
So
and I always use the phrase eccentric role playing over rules DM.
There you go.
Good point. Yep.
There you go. How about you, Tiffany?
Because I do so many, across systems, across settings, some basic things you should hit in a description is the genre. So is it dark fantasy, steampunk, pure fantasy, hit the genre. Your title should be extremely enticing and it should kind of encapsulate what is going to happen in the game.
Yep.
Right.
So if it's a murder mystery or if it's a hack and a slash or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It should have something to do or set the tone,
Yeah. Bloody or gory or mysterious or something. Yeah.
Because then already from they're having an imagery hit their head from that title. Alone, right. And then so also in the description, you might want to put keywords, like Jay was saying of like fast pace, theater of the mind.
So when I want to run a deep political kind of save the world or not save the world, the problem is that when I feel like if I put all the stuff I want in there, no one will play with me. That's the thing.
You have to be aware, right?
Yeah.
The great thing about role playing, about games, about books in general is that it's digestible.
Yeah.
So many people have said that they don't understand why things like games or books are viewed as political, but it's because they talk about really political things. It's just it's not perceived.
Yeah, and for me it's
political.
like setting, and I think I need to emphasize that I use a lot of lore and it will be immersive into the setting, but I also need to emphasize I don't demand that the player know anything. It's that they should just enjoy playing with it, so to speak, and that's the thing. And the reason I kind of asked this, and this is important because when I've run games for about 100 players the last 5 years, and out of these hundreds, there have probably been 5 or 6 that have outright haven't liked my games. But
it's a good ratio.
It's not exactly. It's a good ratio, but in a way, I would feel like I could have been avoided most of them even bothered playing with me if I'd been able to be a little bit more better at advertising my games better, so to speak.
Well, I can tell you or reassure you that you could have the best description that literally to the T spells out the type of experience that they're going to have
anyway. Yeah.
And people are just going to show up anyway. And in Dungeon Race RPG is a great example of that, right? Is that it's accessible to most people. We've had, I think, over 1,000 players run through that game in the last year and a half or 2 years, right? And we've had 2 times where people have said this is just not their game. And it's been about the pacing because it's fast-paced, it's timed. There's a lot of it's like a pressure cooker, right?
Yeah.
You are on a mission and you have to finish this mission. And there's the time is getting called out and you're being pushed.
And of course there's some players who don't like that because they like to sit and dwell on things and dig
100%.
Yeah.
And it's very clearly stated that it's a fast-paced, time pressured game in the description.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's like when some people buy food, they don't read the content description, and when it tastes bad, they like, it had that thing in it.
So even if you do describe, and it's the thing that they don't like, it's like, well, that was in the description. It just happens. People want to try things that aren't in their comfort zone, and they learn from that experience too.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
and I will say that even nowadays, where they're getting better and better at forcing descriptions in so
Yeah.
people don't get surprises. Like we have trigger warnings, we have
right.
Levels of adult,
age range.
all that stuff. The title is what sells it or doesn't sell it. In fact, I can recall Gen Con 17 where we arrived and half the RPGA, because it just started then, I might be wrong on the year, it might be 18 or 19, RPGA had just started. Half the GMs didn't show up. We had no idea what we were running except for the titles in the books. We just made something up to go with that title.
Oh, that's awesome.
That sounds like fun.
It was great fun. So
like
nowadays, I get these horrible things where people are actually organized for their conventions. So a year beforehand, Andrew, who owns Fate of the Norns, will be saying, "Hey Ed, we got to put our events in. What do you got?" And I said, "I don't know." He says, "Well, put 2 titles in, and you can build whatever adventure you want to them." So I say, "Okay, in 8 over till the drowned lady sings. That's a great title. In it goes." And I literally know nothing else about the adventure until probably about a month before the convention, where I sit down and say, I really should write this thing.
And I do the same thing. I put in names of the adventures.
Yep, that's right.
All my Gary Con names are like, well, I got a general idea. All right, that's the title. I did that for the game for in 2.5 weeks with Tiffany and her group. I'm like, I don't want to put TBD down all the time, so I would make a name up. Absolutely.
I remember one year where we were doing Gen Con in Milwaukee, and I was running a table for charity called The Duchess Said Yes. And then they said, "Ed, the mayor of Milwaukee wants to find out what this crazy D&D thing is. He's coming with a TV camera crew, because it's the mayor, to be on the evening news." I said, "Oh, change the name of it to The Duchess Said No."
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, well, at least you knew when to.
Well, okay, he got a real surprise during that one, because there was this huge lummox of a guard, a no-neck, at the door, who never shaved, looked basically like a boar on hind legs, stuffed into a dirty suit of armor. And they went past the guard, who nodded at them, and they went all over the thing, and they couldn't find the Duchess. So finally they grabbed some monster and banged it against the wall, and it was squealing in terror, and they said, "Where's the Duchess?" He goes, "Guarding the front door." It was the guard. And they come back and say, "Are you the Duchess?" He goes, "It's pronounced Duchesse."
That's funny. What? I won't say what year was that, Ed?
Oh God.
77, 76?
I can't count back. It was okay. Where's Gen Con today? What is it? Are we at Gen Con 55 yet?
I don't know.
I think we are around 55. Yeah, I remember
so
50.
This would be around Gen Con 20.
All right, so
if you'll cast your minds back.
Okay.
Yeah, when the world was sepia and white and everybody moved jerkily.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Popular Mechanics published articles on how we'd only work 4 hours a week, and all of the cars in our driveways would fly. And they publish those articles every 2 years on a rotating cycle.
Do they publish these days, or are they more grim these days? Okay, no.
Yeah, well,
good.
They're not all still around. I think Popular Mechanics has survived.
Yeah, Popular Mechanics don't start with Popular Mechanics, because that's the first time ever the Robert Wardell video appeared first in Popular Mechanics. Let's start that. Let's not start that. I've been off. I've been good. I've been good for a long time. I don't need Josh Pop going, you should stop talking about that. So I don't need my conscience here. Here, a couple.
Oh, Jay, it's time for you to be bad.
No, not especially with all the good stuff that's going on right now. I gotta behave myself.
Why?
Because I don't want to get thrown off this project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The last thing I want to do is get thrown. Yes, because
you'll be good. I'll be bad for you. How's that?
Ed, I love that. That's perfect. Absolutely. This is Tower of Gygax, everyone. So here's a trivia question: how many people in it besides me can you name in this picture? Go ahead, Anna. Who can you name in this picture?
Hang on a second. I need to make that bigger so I can see. What the heck?
Yeah, we're old now, Jay. You have to make the pictures.
I can name.
I mean, I'm young and I still can't.
Yeah, I can name.
Like, I don't know. I see.
I can name her. I can name her. I can name him. I can name this dude back here on his phone. I can name this
remember
guy,
them all, but
guy
I don't
right
remember
here.
all the names. But
Right,
I've talked to all of them.
That's Alex, right?
Yep.
That's Alex. And I don't know if he's on now or not. Let me see. I don't see Al. He works weird hours, so he changes his name all that. But that's Alex. He's one of the page and GaryCon volunteers as part of the community. This is Chuck Combo right here. That's Chuck.
Where? I can't see you.
Right there in the blue shirt. That's Chuck. That's definitely Chuck right there.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There's Vamp Wickman.
Yeah.
I killed him at a Froggy Myth 8, his character. Yes, and this is
he looks very alive.
Yes, and he has the Earth Elementalist in the campaign.
There's the Froggy Myth.
Yeah, there's a Froggy Myth, and there's all the Murlocs. There was a Murloc filament. Yeah, that's Rachel from Marquee Gaming. That's Pip, right? And then there's the Film Girl Project, who came last year. Yes, so and there you go, playing in the game. And that is like Tower Gygax. Fun times.
That's so cool.
Yep. And that was just you got to sign up and all. And I told one or two of them.
I'm kind of glad that they have it, like they had it in public where people could come watch. You know,
absolutely.
That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many special guest games are like in these private suites and stuff, which is nice for them because they get to just enjoy it. But I'm like, a part of them playing those games is because it's supposed to draw a crowd and like, you know.
Show Lord! Chuck, you're in the picture we're showing right now.
Yep.
Chuck!
Your good side.
The good side, yeah.
Yep.
Good to see you, Chuck. Where's your freaking shout out? Oh my God.
But that's part of the design with Tower Gygax, that it's supposed to be a spectator sport. So
yeah.
Yep.
I like that. I mean, we kind of designed Dungeon Race RPG to be that same. So we're actually this weekend, this Saturday, we're running a 42-person tournament where we're all playing the game at the same time, all racing against each other. There's 8 GMs. And
that's awesome.
And so it's meant to be a spectated thing. And so I think more than that, like I think 90 people are going to be present, but only 42 of them I think are like playing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's meant to be this really like engaging, thing where you can send impediments to other tables to try to slow their team down.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
And
Damn.
No, I'm sorry. Is this the RuneScape game or is this a different one?
This is Dungeon Race RPG.
Oh, Dungeon Race. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And so it's meant to be this really intense thing, and then there's a split where you have a champion table where you send forth one player from each table to the center arena, essentially to do. It depends the setting, right? So there's like a sci-fi version, fantasy version, etc. Yeah. But essentially it's to have them duke it out as the champions. But while they're doing that, you have all the other players still playing a game, trying to accomplish what they need to do while also trying to send assists to their champions in the center table. So it's like a really dynamic, get everyone involved type of thing.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Curtis is on. Curtis, we're all over the place tonight. We're having fun at this roundtable. Showing the Tower Gygax, which my event is not anywhere near the same time it was last year. Don't worry about that, everyone. So I'm sorry, Curtis. I'm just doing that to infuriate him. All right. So I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't do that. What else do I have here? Oh, look, there is Nuclear Meat, one of our adventuring groups. Tim, Courtney, Korg, myself, and Rachel and Mark from Marquee Gaming. Yes, and Pose. Yes.
Courtney's going to put her back out if she does that.
Well, she's got years. Yes, more Ed, of course, Curtis. More Ed. Oh, we showed you being Eiffel Towered earlier, Curtis. So just note that we showed that picture. And then a late night dinner with the crew on Sunday night at the what Italian place is this, Curtis? What was the name of this place? It was good. So we had a whole crew there. There's Alex again. See, poking his head up. Billy Mr. Crafter's there. Brett, of Korg, Tim, Film Girl. We had a good group. So
nice.
Yep. That's last year. Some good memories.
Mm.
Good questions, though. Good questions. Audience, have any questions? Yes, and I'm around till Monday morning for GaryCon, so I'm free for all sorts of events on Sunday. There, Curtis will do that again.
Jay, you should come to EdCon. Ed and I will be there.
It's up to Heidi. If I get an invite, I'm going. If I don't,
you can stow away in my room.
Yeah.
I'll wear the nightie this time.
I talked to Heidi and Paige, and her head was somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, just send her a message.
Yeah, I should. I'm friends with her on Facebook. I should just send her a message. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. I definitely would. Yeah, we'll have.
EdCon is a chill one, so
it's
we
a smaller
definitely
one too. Yeah, I know
we can
Carlos
play
is
a
going
lot
to.
of games together.
Awesome.
Because GaryCon's insane for me.
I
think I have.
You and Ed got crazy schedules.
Yeah, I think I have over 30 hours of programming scheduled, and I'm running the booth. So
you're gonna be.
Andrew Scott Perry has 57 hours. I don't know how he does it.
What?
Yeah, we had he cut back. He said, "I cut back 3 hours." I'm like, "Oh, really?" We had him on a couple weeks ago, right? Yeah.
That's insane.
3. It is nuts. All right. Any questions from the audience before I throw out some more here? Okay. So when I first started streaming and when I first started doing cons, back, and we're gonna say it's only 2018. It's not that long ago. First ones I ever did was at PAX Unplugged. What do I look? All right, we'll get to that one, Chiller. That's a good one. Hey, what's up there, Will? Will, we showed a picture of Giant Stop. We showed a picture of Ed massaging your back a couple of years ago. Yeah, so we showed that.
You need it massaged again.
When the announcement thing, when we're talking about what are you going to talk about, right? What are you going to put in? I put in old school DM, and all the 5 years are like, this is 2018. It was like taboo then. It was weird, right? There was a couple that people were like, "Oh yeah, I want to play," but there was a lot who were like, "No, I only play 5e." I was surprised back then. Now it's changed over time, because I guess 5e was still in its heyday in 2014 rules and all, but it was
for sure.
It was interesting. Yeah, you always take an Ed message. Yep. How are you doing there? Yep. So, but just with that, I think the times are changing because all the different game systems that are out there. What is everyone's favorite type of character to play, be it race or class? Good question there. All right, we'll do that, and we'll do the GaryCon one. So that came from Amanda. Ed, you can answer that one first.
It depends on who I'm playing with. With certain people, we can all be bards. Because we can sing.
Yeah.
And do pratfalls. With certain other people, it's heavy duty role playing, and we all like to be pedantic wizards and argue over the third word in the incantation for lightning bolt. If you do the sloppy sort of thing that Rounded over there does, it's permissible to fry 6 or 7 houses you didn't intend to, but and you can play like that. So in that case, playing dotty old wizards who are totally, or sorcerers even better, who are totally out of control. Now, if I'm being a sadistic DM, I'd love it if they're all warlocks, because then I can be their patrons.
Oh my gosh!
And I could basically channel Andrew Wonnacott doing Raphael from Baldur's Gate 3 for 3 or 4 hours. But again, it's who I'm playing with. I mean, if I had an all-female table who did not know me, it would be creepy for me to play Raphael for 3 or 4 hours. They would feel like they'd been leched on for, whereas if it's all guys who know me and have known me for 30 or 40 years, and I go into the Raphael act, they sort of go, "Really, Ed? Really?" We keep going. So again, it's who you're playing with, because a good DM and a good player is always paying attention to what everybody else at the table. They read the room. They read the table. What do we want to do to have fun?
Mm-hmm.
So what about a spellcaster where you can use all your really obscure spells against a bunch of stuff? And
Well, okay. My one regret, Terry Pratchett and I never got to play D&D together.
Okay.
I knew he played D&D. That's why the Dungeon Dimensions are in all those books. But I would have loved to have been the librarian of the Unseen University, the orangutan, says ook a lot. But because he knew what was in every book. He knew which ones should be opened and which ones shouldn't. He knew the counterspell to everything. And that would be fun to role play. But then again, who is DMing? Because if it's Terry DMing, it's going to be like poke, poke, poke at all of us for 3-4 hours.
Yeah, real life wizard. Yeah. Okay.
And if I was playing with Roger Zelazny, and we were all playing members of the royal family of Amber, it would be 3 or 4 hours of saying, "Really? You think so, eh?" And then everybody goes, "What did he mean by that?" And then he'd say, "I always thought, what? What did he mean by that?" So I mean, it's who you're playing with.
Yeah.
Picture this. Ed's gonna have Ravalantor's Graf Mage. He's got all of these unique spells, right? A lot of name spells, and a lot of spells like many jaws and crazy stuff that Ed created that he's gotten. Darling, Bones, who are both great players, but can be crazy, especially Bones with her Bandit, right? And then if Darling plays a Rosie, we're not sure if she's going to play Rosie or if she's going to play Molly. And then you got Curtis and Brett both playing Thieves, and Curtis playing Fritz Winchester. So all that, throw that together, Ed, and what do you come up with on a Saturday night? Yes.
Are you DMing or am I DMing?
Yeah, this is a fundraiser event. Okay.
Well, I would definitely, if I were you and you were DMing, Mr. Winchester,
Mr. Fritz Winchester.
Yes. I was going to say chickens should come home to roost, but maybe the crab should come home to roost. I don't know.
Yes. Because you guys hang out the Tickling Feather all the time.
Yes. And I think it's time we changed feathers.
Oh my gosh.
That feather's getting a bit tired.
Oh my God. Well, we'll see what happens there. It is abominations abound, so yeah, we will see.
Just Jay,
yeah.
Remember the lengths of playing time we have.
Yes, I know.
So I will say one thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
We're old, we're delicate, our sanity is not what it once was.
Yeah,
no shapeshifters.
I wouldn't do that to you.
I'll give you your minor globes of invulnerability. I'll give you your cackling evil bad guys who are just out of range when they deliver their soliloquies, but no shapeshifters.
I do a lot of soliloquies, don't I? I bloviate a lot. In fact, Tiffany will say I had Netton fighting with itself on Saturday.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
And I love that. And that's how we found out what it was even before it came out. We were like, it has 2 heads. Whatever the thing is inside that hut, it has 2 heads. We know it.
Thanks, you got to get ahead in the world.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Or as we say it in Canada, you got to get some head in the world.
Oh, my God.
Good night.
Oh, wow.
The players of the abomination still along. Yeah.
What?
So,
true words never been said.
Anna, Tiffany, you have a preferred class.
A preferred class?
Yeah, just someone asked, what do you like to play?
For me, we used to be Elven Rangers, but I've played other stuff now that has been a lot of fun. But that's my go-to.
She has Imri, an Elven Ranger Mage. In the
that was my go-to.
Still around.
Yeah,
It's
and also
powerful
I
mix.
wanted to play that combo in every edition of D&D so I can see the differences. That was one way of learning the differences to keep my favorite from edition to edition. That was the quickest way to figure out the differences, to just like, I played that in last session, last edition, so now I play it in this one too. But Arcane Archer was my favorite in 3.5 and Pathfinder 1, especially in organized play, but actually I found out that the best combination for Arcane Archer in Pathfinder 1 was a special class called Blood Rager. That was a barbarian sorcerer combo. They had classes that were combinations of two other classes that was a full class, and they called it the Blood Rager. So that was a combination of a barbarian and a sorcerer. And the coolest thing that they got arcane spells at level 1, so that meant that you can be like level 4 or 5 and then become Arcane Archer. That was the best because you can rage and cast spells and use the bow at the same time. So that was the coolest character in that sense.
Third edition was so crazy.
Yeah, that was Pathfinder 1 that had, but it's third edition.
3.5.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I
played that in organized play.
So Tiffany has a mage thief now. In my game.
Yes, I do.
So does that mean you steal spells?
No, she's not incantatrix.
Yeah. No.
The incantatrix.
Yes. Well, her class came about because of who she is as a person, right? Like she believes she's a fighter, but she's a thief, and that's because she was trained by her mom, who was a fighter. But she's just more deft and sneaky, and she steals things, but she doesn't understand that that's wrong. She's just like, well, I want it.
A politician.
She's just like, well, it's nice and I like it, and I never had to worry about money before, so I don't understand this commerce thing. She's like, I thought I just could take things. It's fine. For me, it's really hard because I love all classes. Like I've played all so many versions of them, and
she's 4 or 5 now, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. That I don't really have like a preference over like a specific class to play. It's the backstory of like the backstory of my character. It almost always dictates what class they're going to choose, and so it's like more of what kind of character do I want to play.
That's great. Yeah,
versus the class. Yeah.
And by the way, she also has an affinity for Bigby, so she's got a lot of the low-level Bigby spells in her spell book now from Grok Adventures. Yeah, she's a Bigby fan.
He's pretty handsy.
All right. So, Kurt, are you ready for this?
Greyhawk joke. Yeah.
I have a Gemma question from Fritz in chat. Gemma Winchester is not a half sister, right? No.
Just from the waist down.
No, she's not a half sister. She is the third daughter of Elaine Winchester and took World War and Celine. So Quentin and Aaron are the older brother and sister. Yes. Yeah. So she's not. No, she's not one of you.
I'm not a half sister.
You're not a half sister. One of those, Curtis. It's funny that Fritz is as.
Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah.
Fritz is cruising.
Just checking. That's funny. Yeah. For me, I get to play a high-level Cavalier in Tim's game, in his Tim City State Invincible Overlord game. So I have a Devrillia Tadius 13th level Cavalier, old school lover.
Old school Cavalier,
and she don't take shit. Lawful neutral character. She's got her own code. She will put you. She'll tell you.
One of the character classes I play tested. Yeah.
Good question. Cavalier. Is what is your alignment? What do you think your alignment is, and what is your favorite one to play?
Oh, what I think my own personal alignment is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have asked people what they think my alignment is, and it's really fascinating.
We'll do this. Neutral good.
What?
For you?
For you.
Neutral good?
For Tiffany.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, we're gonna go. We'll go chaotic good.
Yeah.
Chaotic good.
Yeah, I'm not one.
That is the very chaotic good in my. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm chaotic good, and I play with a lot of neutral goods, except they're not neutral goods; they're neutral greedies.
Got it.
Yeah, and what about you?
And it's lawful.
I'm aspiring to be chaotic good, but I don't think I am.
No, you're lawful.
Yeah.
You're lawful. You're lawful something.
Yeah,
yeah.
more like lawful neutral with some other tendencies that should not be mentioned. I think. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Careful, we're on Twitch.
Yeah.
Don't talk about
Oh,
those.
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told I'm either a pure neutral, so it's
I
like
don't see
neutral. But most people would say good neutral or neutral good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
always want to be chaotic, and so all of my characters are chaotic because I can't be chaotic as I am. I'm just
Sure
I
you
can't. I don't have it
can.
in me. But
Yeah.
I love to play a chaotic character.
You
I'm
are
the
a
one trying
writer.
to-
You're
yeah.
a game designer. You're chaotic by nature.
Yeah.
I know, up
Anything.
here, 100%,
Yeah.
up
But
here, without a doubt.
For me, it's kind of funny. I want to be chaotic, but I'm always going back to being very very lawful, like Jay said. So yeah.
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 My
It's okay.
physical body does not
No, but
always match
it's
my
kind of
brain.
interesting. Yeah, it's a desire that it's something I strive to be more
Mhm.
chaotic. But yeah.
Well, she's the character I play in Tim's game. She's pure lawful neutral. She's got a code and she sticks by it, but it's her code.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she hates oppression and she hates like picking on the little guy. She'll stand up for them. But
Okay, so
like,
Captain America, got it.
yeah, but in a neutral aspect. So like, if she's got to kill someone, she doesn't think twice about
that
it.
fits Jay. He is America's ass.
What? America's
After
what?
the surgery. After the surgery.
Yeah, both sides, Ed. Oh my God, Ed.
I actually had a conversation with Matt Forbeck about Captain America because one of my pet peeves is that he's always classified or looked at as the epitome of an altruistic hero. And I'm like, he's not altruistic though. He's actually very selfish as a character. It's because he's an idealist. He believes that what he thinks is the only path forward, is the only good way forward.
Interesting.
And he often doesn't compromise on his own values.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you actually talk to other people, it could go a better route, maybe. Like, he's always right because he ensures that path is the one that's selected. And so he always ends up right about the outcome. But if, like, I think there could be better outcomes if he just, like, yeah, let me take in what my team is saying.
Yeah, he's rigging his side to be the right side, to be the winning side.
Correct. Yeah. And so I'm like, he's not altruistic. He's a great hero, and I love the character, but he is not altruistic. He is an idealist. He is lawful good, but in his own mindset. Like, it is. Some people may see him as, like, I don't know, even like an anti-hero at times because of some of the choices that he chooses to make.
And that's one of the things I built into the realms between Kelvin and Elminster.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Does the end justify the means?
Means, right.
Or if you stoop to the tactics of the villainous enemies, are you as bad as them? Even if it's for a good, it's that thing. And I have the two of them bounce back and forth.
Yeah. It's a complex dilemma of what is good, what is evil, what's moral, what isn't, what is justified, and what is considered, unhuman in nature. It's kind of crazy. I love that about storytelling, is like you really get to, it's about perspective. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Because if your villain isn't justified, it's not a good villain.
Right. Yeah. And that works if you're in full control of the story. What makes things complicated in D&D is if you're playing at the table, it's a collaborative story.
Right.
If you're publishing, then you have movie makers who have one take. You have computer game programmers who
all
have
the
another
different
take.
mediums.
You have novelists, and it's like, okay, because if you're expecting an actor or a computer game programmer to portray, say, Kelvin, the one line on Kelvin is James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. This is how you role play him in 5 seconds. But that is a gross mislabeling of the character. That's just how to play him, his manner. but you can't play him like James T. Kirk the Starship Enterprise because Kelvin is the rule guy. I will just rig the rules to match me, but I'm always operating within the rules, so therefore I'm always right. And as we find with Captain Kirk, Kobayashi Maru, he's always breaking the rules to win, which is the different thing.
When there's no other way to win,
which is sort of the Elminster approach,
right? He says what? I don't believe in a no-win scenario.
Yeah,
remember
bingo.
that? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which just tells me, oh, so you're that deluded. How did you get that old and you still don't understand the world? It's like the old joke about the kid in the schoolyard who's playing at recess and gets pushed down and comes up crying and says, "It's not fair."
Yeah.
And the other kids around him who are 6 years old say, "How old are you?" He goes, "I'm 6." And they go, "And you still think the world is fair? You're an idiot."
Oh my God.
Good point.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So there was a question, what's everyone best looking forward to at GaryCon? We're all going to be there.
Ooh. I don't know. I love getting GaryCon's my favorite because of the feeling of just you're friends with everyone when you walk through those doors and you can sit down and you can talk to anyone. And it's always been one of the conventions that I make friends that are for life, like I still talk to them on a Ed's a great example of that, right? Like we met at GaryCon last year and it was just we sat down in a panel that was supposed to have, I think, like 3 other people on it, but it was just me and him.
No one showed up. You're like,
and we were like, well, I guess let's just have a conversation. And it was great. And like that's the fun thing about GaryCon is just you sit down and you make a friend.
Yeah. And for me, that's what it is too. It's seeing your old friends and making new ones at least once a year, because they may not make it to Game Hole, they may not make it to Gen Con, or if they make it to Gen Con, you may never find them in the sea of humanity.
No one finds anyone at Gen Con.
And the other thing is, GaryCon has the TSR reunion.
That's true.
So every year, you see who's died. No.
Oh gosh.
No.
It's just awake.
Yeah. But I mean, you get together with people, and actually, that's the humbling part, because in my mind, if I haven't seen someone since the last time I was at the TSR offices on 201 Sheridan Springs Road at a Gen Con time, they are still in my mind how old they were then.
Yeah.
And then to go to the TSR reunion and go, who's that old man with the walker and the liver spots and the palsy? Oh my God, that's so and so.
Yeah.
I guess he isn't.
We were like 22 when we saw each other last or something.
Yeah. Jumping in and out of his convertible with 6 chicks anymore. So I mean, and then you go, my God.
That's part of
how
the
much
old
time
age.
has passed. Because you don't realize time has passed until it smacks you in the face. And then you value your friends more and more, because as you start to lose them, you realize each time I see them may be the last. So if Jim Ward and I are arguing over something, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I shouldn't argue with him because this is maybe the last time we see each other.
Yeah.
And same with Tim Cass. Same thing. It's like we're sitting there and he's outside for a smoke, and I'm saying, Tim, aren't you a little old to be smoking? He says, F off, because he knows he's dying, and it doesn't. I'm gonna go out my way. Okay, fair enough. How's your mobility scooter? Double oaths, And I say, do you get good mileage with that thing? He says, and then we look at each other, we point at each other and say, if you turn the governor up, you can get him up to 50 miles an hour, because you can if you don't mind frying your engine.
Well, Jay tried that when he needed one a couple of years ago.
I ran some people over last year.
Yeah, exactly. He went loose like a loose cannon.
There's that chaos part.
I'm all better now. But at least physically, not mentally. Yes. But yes, I don't have one this year. I can walk.
No, you
all saw Paige.
Oh yeah, then you're running around.
Oh, Jay, I have to get you a jetpack.
Yes.
And I better get you a helmet too, because you
need to get all of us helmets.
Well,
Someone's getting
moose
domes,
antler,
yeah.
that moose antler chandelier is a bit low.
But it was such a sight to see Jay get on a scooter, and Curtis was there to egg him on, and
Curtis
get him
was racing me
exactly,
down the hall.
and yeah.
I got.
Like,
Hey Jay, we need to get you a scooter with a back seat.
No one was to
So
ride.
you could be a teenager again.
You know when you tempt me for stuff, that's when I get in trouble, and that's when I get thrown out of my house. And I don't want to get thrown out again there, Ed. Come on.
No. Bring your wife.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She deserves to see what you get up to.
Exactly.
That's not happening.
The problem is that then she would never let him go to a convention again.
Well, there's that. That's why I said what and not who you get up
she
to.
knows it's all a debaucherous, freaking crazy time and stuff. But it's just like, I gotta at least like not. Yeah.
Cons are like a different world. It feels like
it is, they are.
there is such a. It's hard to explain what it's like being at a convention to someone who doesn't go to conventions. And when I bring those people to conventions, they're like, "What is this? What is this
100%.
dimension that we just
This is real life. We endure our jobs for the rest of the year for this."
Yep.
So I found the picture of the scooter. Now I gotta find a picture of me racing Curtis. Look, man, it's probably in one of the sets. I'm going set by set. Ah, my gosh, but I can't.
Jay, did Curtis have a government issue scooter?
No, well, see, they're all back there in the Tower of Gygax. That's where they're all set.
Yeah.
So, like, and then he had to take them. Like, he would like, oh, someone needs a scooter. Who's the dice guy who lives in like Mississippi, who drives up every year, and what's his name?
Dice guy from Mississippi.
Yeah, Curtis. Who's the guy who got lost the one year driving all the way up? He was a legend. He's been around forever. Lou Zoki. Yeah, Lou Zoki.
No, I thought Lou wasn't coming anymore.
Well, no, that year, name. I mean, and they gotta
go,
get Lou a scooter, right? So they gotta take Lou. I can't find the picture of us racing.
But Colonel Lou. Yes.
But I had my own flag on it, so that was the important thing.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I had to have my own flag and my own logo on it, and screw you.
And you didn't take it into your bedroom, Jay? That's half the fun.
Yeah, I charge it outside because who's gonna take it?
Me for one.
I was daring.
It's like there's a lot of chaotic people out there in the world.
I was daring people to take it. There we go. Two-sided flag. See, I'm prepared. Everyone laughing their ass off about the flag, but I can't find the one with Curtis and me racing. I'm really upset about that.
Because he censored it out of existence.
No, it's here somewhere, but it's in all these
security
reasons.
He Thanos'd it right out.
Yeah, he did. he did knock it out.
We all have that one photo where we would use the gauntlet to get rid of it. There's one photo.
Yeah,
like,
mine is me dressed as the Valkyrie.
That's upsetting. All right. Well, there you go. So there's some pictures of the scooter, but not of. Oh, I hate the background. All right. So, any other questions from the audience? As we're getting a little giddy here, which is fine.
Eventually we'll talk about Dungeon Master.
Yeah, I was like, we had a topic, right?
we did, but it's all good. We're all talking fun stuff, and that's all that matters. We're having a good time. That's all that matters.
GMs are people too, guys.
They are, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the example.
Who's going to steal a scooter at a convention? Bane, you'd be surprised what gets stolen at conventions. Here all the time. Andrew Scott Perry told us when he was on some of the stuff, legendary stuff that he got ripped off from him at conventions, which is really sad. Oh, here's my number one problem for this year. Here's my number one problem for GaryCon this year. I think I got it worked out, but that is the amount of terrain I took. That's the amount of terrain I took last year.
That is a lot.
But I had one of my sponsors there who brought it.
There's these things called trucks.
I'm flying. How do I? I'm flying in. So
you find sucker who isn't.
I think theoretically you could drive from New Jersey. It's only like
no. I don't do anything.
I drove to Philly from Milwaukee.
Was that 16 hours?
It was only 14.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
there you
no.
go.
Yeah.
But
No.
that's avoiding tolls. It's about 12 hours if you choose to
Yeah.
pay
Okay.
$100
No
in tolls.
way.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4
And
hours.
I did it in one shot. So I
Oh my
just drove straight through.
Yep.
And I started at 8 p.m. to get there at 9 a.m.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
That's
you young,
insane.
so you can do that. Yeah.
No, I do it at my age. I still drive
but
from.
No.
You're still young, Ed, at heart. So
Oh,
you
really?
can do it.
I'll
Yes.
fly, rent a car, and from ORD and then drive up.
Let me show you my growth rigs. No.
I can't believe I can't find that picture. That's going to drive me crazy.
Wait a minute. I can't say that on Twitch. I'm
going to show this picture too. Curtis is on. I'm going to show this one picture. This is, of course, now I can't find it. This is a picture of that. I am the only one sober in the picture, which is a rarity.
So he
Jake, it's
claims.
crazy.
Yeah, he will. Curtis will vouch for this. This is Tuesday night. This is before the con even starts. I mean, look on their faces. So.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
There's Courtney and Brett and Curtis are all
Nice.
And you're off site in an Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all yes, and I'm the only one because I got to drive back to Gary Con because they're like 5-10 minutes away, right? In the Airbnb.
I'm excited to not be driving in and out 45 minutes every day from Gary.
What?
Why would you do
Yeah,
that?
I normally go from Milwaukee to Lake Geneva and I just go back and forth.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
Good.
I have we have an Airbnb this year.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Okay. There are hotels.
Expensive ones.
No. Okay, so if you go to Elkhorn, away from the lakes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, then it's down to a 15-minute drive.
There's Marquis. What's going on? No. You gotta stay. Absolutely.
Oh,
and
I'm glad to hear that.
Is that Topless Donut Bar that was there that Jim Ward used to? Is that still there? Because the rooms there. That was in the middle of nowhere, Tiffany. It's away from Lake Geneva, but it's not that long a commute, and the rooms there were cheap.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't 45 minutes to a Wisconsinite feels like nothing. Right?
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
like, oh, that's up the road.
But
we're like that. Yeah, whatever.
The car warms up by
then. After all socializing and all that stuff, it's just not. Yeah, that's
what isn't fun was the one night that I decided it was the first time I ever played a game at a convention, and I played AD&D, and we were fighting a dragon at like 18th level. I told you guys about this, and I was a monk, and that game was like 8 hours long, and I think it was only scheduled to be like 4 hours.
Oh my gosh!
And it was so brutal because I think I got home at 4 a.m. I had to wake up at 5 to get ready and drive back for like the first starting of panels and stuff.
Oh my gosh!
It was the worst. I was like, I think I'm gonna die.
That's not happening anymore.
Tiffany, there are 2 ornamental lakes. The water will be a little cold this time of year.
Yeah, but you can jump in that.
You can bathe in the morning.
Yep.
And the cold water will wake you up. Boy, will it wake you up! You put fresh clothes on, walk into the back of the lodge, and you're ready for your 9 o'clock game.
Yeah.
You just don't go home. You don't go home.
Yeah, just go out there and throw yourself in.
I'm gonna do it, and then I'm
cut
gonna
the ice open and yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay. Yeah. They dared us Canadians the first year to skinny dip in that. The one that's just below the plate glass windows.
I don't do that voluntarily.
So we did.
I've been thrown into these things several times, and I don't do that voluntarily. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Never, ever again. Yep.
And also the great thing about being at the Tower of Gygax late night is when they're done, we get all the tables to ourselves, right? And there's Curtis, and every Saturday night, Champions game. My superhero is the Fritz Winchester of the superhero champions realm. Rocket's Red Glare.
Rocket's Red Glare. That's a good name.
Yes, and he wears the sunglasses and all, and he just shoots. Yeah. You get the idea.
Out of his rear end, he shoots.
No, not that. No, but you get the idea. So yeah, he's a pretty much a DB. Yes, he is. But that's fun. That's a lot of fun. So something, and I'm usually so exhausted by that I'm gonna pass out at that point, and that's Saturday night. Now there's conflicts everywhere coming up this year with all sorts of obligations. So let's hope,
That
Gay
is the thing about cons when they are your career, is that
definitely.
Less about fun and more about, okay, I have to meet this person and do this thing and make sure it's less about just having fun and playing games. Yeah.
I feel like the word career placed into the gaming is a misnomer.
I know.
It's not so much a career as a lifetime of trying to survive.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. It's true.
It's a struggle, not a career.
The term career implies that there's some planning, forethought, direction, goals that
it's a
actually
very masochistic career.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
You definitely torture yourself, know?
Meaning it's best it's an undertaking.
Yeah.
Yes, I've met the undertakers of my village.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But we'll see what happens this year. I think it was a great question. We're all gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
It's one of the best ones. And Tiffany, let me know if your helper is coming.
Yes, I still haven't heard back yet, so we'll find out. I know it's getting close. I just want someone at the booth to sling the books and the games,
That's it.
Just at least cover when I am doing the panels.
Want to try and get you in that game with Darling Bones and Eric Mona?
I know that would be really fun to get
Friday
in there.
morning. Unfortunately, so if we're in a 16-hour drive, I'd help you, Tiff. Yeah. There is a flight. Oh no, not for you're not in Philly there, Amanda. So, but yeah.
Oh, Amanda, that's sweet. Yeah. No, it's a long drive.
It's a long drive. It is, but it's a classic. The con is great.
I think everyone should experience Gary Con.
Yes,
I think it's a very unique culture, and I think it was the one I've been to. So the first year that I actually did my first national tour, right? I did 42 events in a single year, and
oh my gosh,
42 conventions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
So Gary Con.
Yeah.
When I went to Gary Con, it was the first time where I was like, oh, this is what a gaming convention feels like.
Yeah, I did 6 and I thought that was ambitious. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One every 2 months. So you did one every 1 week and a half or almost every week.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be a little bit of a masochist.
Wow.
Lots of a masochist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not beat around the bush here.
Hurt.
Yeah. But Gary Con is special.
Yeah, it really is. And, Gen Con is epic, right? Because there's so much happening and it's one of the largest collection of nerds you'll ever see in your life. But it's a very different, it's not about coming together as friends, and building that singular feeling of community. It's about what's new, what's this, am I gonna score this deal, am I gonna get into this thing, it's very business centric, where Gary Con is more community centric.
That sort of happened when we moved from Wisconsin Parkside to Milwaukee, so that long ago.
But I mean, I love Gen Con. It is perfect for what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's 100% supposed to be that feel of a Comic-Con, but for gamers. So you're going to have that.
Oh yeah, very long time ago, Gary renamed it Gen Con Game Fair, and that's what it's been, a game fair.
Yeah, 100%.
But Gary
Mike
Con
DMing for us After Hours Tower of Gygax in his old standard D&D. Yes. Once again, I played a character that waited and used his abilities and rescued the damsel in distress and flew off and let them fight the froggy myth at the end. Yes.
You're like, bye.
I got the girl.
I got the girl and I'm going back to the ship.
You're like, I saved Princess Peach. Now what? I don't need nothing else.
Mike with the same freaking hat on this that he wears every night, Wednesday night on Legends and Lore. So that's all good. Yeah, just some fun memories.
He lives near you, right? Because I've seen him. He's in studio when he plays with you, right?
Yeah, Mike is Grok Mike is on Legends of Lore of myself, Anna, and me on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. And we got another one coming up this Wednesday. All right. So what other questions do we have here as we're getting close to time? I don't want to keep you guys too late. Oh, I need a question.
Still got words to write.
Do you? How many words? How many words do you write?
Tonight yet?
Yeah.
As many as I can.
Wow.
My goal every day is to do it anywhere between 10 to 15,000 words. You know. That's the only way to maintain production.
Okay.
Is to do that many every day.
Oh my god.
Are you listening, Jay? 10 to 15,000.
I have a real I'm sorry. I have another career that I'm not retired from, Ed.
I have 3 real jobs.
Yes. I know you do too.
I do comparable.
But I can't write that much.
It's alive. This eye is strained beyond belief because
I can't even imagine
how often I stare at screens. Yeah. I'm
Wow.
like, I need to figure out a solution to this problem. I'm gonna lose my eye.
Yeah,
well,
that's not
okay.
Good. That's not
let
good.
me pass Kevin J. Anderson's solution from 30 years ago on.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Walkman started, he would do all his running on the beach and his exercising, and he would dictate stuff to himself, and then put it through the Dragon software, and then all he had to do was fix the Dragon software to take out all the ums and coughs and stuff. But he was editing his prose.
Yeah.
Not writing it raw. Yeah. So his screen time was cut.
Yeah. Maybe I should give that. I am in my head, like I become the character, you know, so everything else around me disappears, and I am like I close my eyes almost, and I just can see everything before me, and I'm thinking as this.
Well, she's commuting to work in a car.
Yeah. Like I literally I will sit here and I'll blink and 12 hours just passed. And I haven't eaten and I haven't drinking anything, and I'm like, oh shoot, no texts have been responded, and it's just because I've been sitting here doing this like nonstop.
This sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I just lose myself in it. So I mean, it's the fun part, but it's also like I would be curious because I've never been great with the whole text to speech thing, because my brain is like thinking far faster than my mouth can actually say.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
that's
so
why I can't write. Yeah, I can't write because I lose my train of thought so often that
So here's the trick, and my father taught me this because he was a prof at a university at this point. And I was cramming for exams for the first time because I never bothered. I just walked in and wrote them. And my father said, son, you can't pull that in university. These aren't exams like your piddly ass little high school. You're actually going to have to remember what was taught to you 8 months ago at the beginning of the course. And I said, okay, how do I do that? He says, write up a cheat sheet. And I said, Dad, you're a prof. He says, you're not going to take the cheat sheet with you. You're going to write the cheat sheet. And then you're going to put yourself in the den, close the door, and teach an imaginary class. And whenever you run out of words to teach that thing, and you look down at your cheat sheet, that's the stuff you have to study.
Oh, that's a smart
idea.
So,
if you're writing scenes, you declaim them as if you're giving a public reading in a room by yourself. And you record it as well. But you talk your way through the scenes, and that way you can interrupt yourself. So it looks very much like the story of O at the beginning. In another version of the story, O does this. You know, so you can interrupt yourself and change things, but you actually say out the dialogue back and forth. And then you've got in your text to speech, you've got the jigsaw puzzle in front of you. And you're just putting it together and going, God, no, that won't work. Flip.
Yeah. You should, I have voice memos of when it's like 2 a.m. and I just woke up and I'm like, oh, or Eureka. And I'd be like talking to myself as 2 different characters. And it's so like emotional and like, no, I didn't hold back at all. It's just real in character. And I'm like, these are the things that I will never show anyone in my life.
My wife cured me of that because she'd be sleeping She's no longer with us. When she was sleeping beside me at 4 a.m, when I go, oh, and I'd wake up and I'd pull out that little executive tape recorder and go blah 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 blah, and she'd go, do you know what effing time it is? And I go, but I didn't want to wake you by putting a light on. And she said, just pick up your pad of paper, and pick up your pen, hold it in front of your nose in the dark, and write on it.
Yeah.
Read it in the morning. That's on you. So I learned to do it that way.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I have the sticky notes, that I sleep next to as well, that I can. You know what's crazy? Sleeping Tiffany has much better handwriting than awake Tiffany. And I'm like, how does she do it in the dark? I don't know. Because I will wake up and I don't remember writing these things.
Don't say this. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah, and I just like, oh my God. I woke, like, I have it pinned on there's a cork board right where you guys can't see. But it's like a stack of sticky notes. And I wrote an entire chapter of
So what you have to do is get Sleeping Tiffany to write all your novels. And then you just
that's
wake
a good
up
idea.
and cut her out of the deal.
Holy jeez.
Yeah. And then you don't need to worry about sleep time will be your most productive, and you can just do nothing useful in your daytime. So yeah.
Perfect. You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to sleep more.
Yeah. I always make sure that I have my Evernote or something to write on, so I can write down when I get like an idea or something strikes me. So especially when I'm out walking my dog that is lazy and he wants to sniff for 10 minutes in a bush and I have nothing else to do, then start thinking about things I should do or ought to do or something. And that's when I put them down. And that's when he starts running. So that's that. Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
I'm gonna, when I get my inspiration, it's usually in the shower. I don't know why.
It's no distractions. You're literally.
Are you alone in the shower?
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
No, seriously. Are you alone in the shower? Are you getting inspiration because your mind is wandering?
Yeah.
Because you're doing something mechanical, like soaping yourself? Or do you go into the shower with ideas to think about?
Normally it's I'm gonna try and keep this
clean. Got it.
Normally it is I need the coup de grace. Here's the connection. Here's the final.
Oh, sure.
Here's the thing that twists everything together. Right?
Right.
That's what and it's like, got it. Like I'll tell you the one thing, like the Etten. I got that in the shower. I was like, perfect. The Etten arguing with itself. Right? For the adventure from Saturday. Shower.
Yeah.
The two heads argued?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're arguing what to do with the little halfling they had captured.
We didn't know that Ed is a secret Etten.
Yeah.
I've eaten lots of things over the years. No, actually, Gary Gygax actually had an Etten arguing with itself over prisoners in a very early Gen Con adventure.
Okay, well there. So I took inspiration somehow from him.
Yeah. From the best. Yep.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun.
It was a really great game on Saturday.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
A lot of fun.
I will try and continue to outdo one after the other. Sometimes maybe we'll just keep on rolling, because we'll be on the 28th. Already got it scheduled for the same group.
So Tiffany, watch out for minor glows of invulnerability.
I will now.
And always look behind you. It drives Jay nuts.
Yeah, I freaking climbed a mountain.
I got her.
Like,
I got her repaired.
Safe up here.
Yeah.
And then nope.
Nope. I already got. So basically, the Lucrata were helped me in a female voice. It was an ambush, and they came down, and she climbed up top, and I'm like, perfect. And then from behind, the Perryton flew down behind her, and she saw the human's shadow of it coming. And I was like, it was perfect.
It was good. It was fantastic. And I was just stuck up there with it because it was like, well, I'm 30 feet up in the air.
It was perfect.
It's trying to rip out my heart. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Absolutely. See, Ed knows. Yeah. So, and there's defensive spells you can cast on your back protection and backstab backlash and what's another one? Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound and all those. You know, there's a lot
Those
of
are great. They're not on my spell list.
That's right. Not at your level.
That's Jay's other trick.
What?
You will look at your spell list and there's nothing effing useful.
Are you kidding me? Nothing useful. You can like turn the entire like land around you into a freaking magma pool.
And that's useful. I don't know when you're cold
and
at night.
Agonizer Scorcher, one of your favorite spells.
Oh, that's just a depilatory.
I got it. He's just complaining. Oh, here's another thing, Tiffany. So 3 Gary Cons ago, the first time we ever 2 Drink Minimum were playing. I'm like, we're gonna play in official convention games. They're gonna count for the campaign. And then we're gonna have a couple open signups, which we do with all the games now.
Sure.
So Ed creates this thing, the bleeder. It looks like it looks like a beholder, but it rolls on the ground. And Bill and Master Crafter makes up a miniature for it, right? It's never been published anywhere, right? So I use this freaking bleeder. I always use Ed's stuff against them.
And as you should.
Yes. So Ed's
Tiffany.
Ed Captors burns a ton of spells on this thing. And Ed is begging for an encampment, a night, to get some spells back.
Yeah.
So I said to him, Ed, for you, once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
So that one time I let them encamp.
Wow.
Yeah, during an adventure.
So I owe Jay a kiss and a heart-shaped box of chocolates.
Hey, Gary Con's coming up.
Yeah.
Yes,
the opportunity.
Last year, he just gave me the damn stare down the entire adventure. That's
that was great. I just stared across the table.
Stared me down the entire adventure. That's all he did.
I love that.
Yeah,
I look forward to the day that, because Limoria is actually getting turned into a game setting. And I can't wait for the day that someone else runs the game for me. And I get murdered in my own world.
Yeah.
That's so.
I can't wait.
Be so frustrated. You would be so like, what the heck? This is not the way. Yeah, I would not dare to even try that. For a long time, I didn't even play in other people's Greyhawk games because I would be like, no, that's not the way to do it.
Oh, no,
now I'm much more open-minded than I used to be. So yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that it's intimidating to run a game for the creator of the thing. I
would be like me running Forgotten Realms for Ed. That would be like, no.
Yeah. Here's the trick. Here's the trick.
Yep.
There's portals everywhere, right? There's connection between realms. So last adventure, when Ravelanter got kidnapped is a loose term. They found him in a wine cellar, smoking like Revenge of the Nerds, like carrying
a lady,
smoking his pipe like he just hooked up, right? Just Fritz found him, which made it even worse. But the wizard, she had geesed him. He had to go find Mordenkainen's traveling spell book. So I had them. He had to go find his own character from Forgotten Realms traveling spell book in Greyhawk.
Oh man. That's kind of amazing, though. I love that. That's really fun, and it's fun to throw at them.
Absolutely, I always like that flesh shiver where all the limbs break spell. They're all Eds. They're all Ed spells, so I love using them against. Oh, that was fun.
It's all
Fritz
my
and
fault.
Erebus walk down there and like, what the fuck, Rav? What's up with the rope?
Oh! Okay, that's our one F-bomb for the episode.
Yeah. Well, that was definitely him there. So I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can find that, and then we'll call it a night here. Oh, I do. Nerd's Revenge. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I got the GIF. So this is what they come down to, Tiff. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I still have a smoking jacket like that.
That's
I don't
amazing.
smoke, but I have the jacket.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so there you go.
So
they're like, yeah, you're really, really held captive here, dude. Yeah,
and I can no longer blow smoke rings.
No,
because they gave me throat surgery, and I can't do that anymore.
Man, I never could blow smoke rings. Smoking jackets need to make a comeback. Well, yes. Well, we'll see about it, Gary Con, what kind of smoking jackets we all have. We should all get, we all should get smoking jackets. Just hang out
it's
late
better
night.
than Hawaiian
Oh
shirts.
my gosh, that would be cool. That would be cool.
And the ladies can wear them because they go down to your ankles instead of stopping.
Yeah, that would be great.
So yeah.
It's essentially a robe. It's like, and that's very fantasy.
True.
Yeah.
It is. It's just something to hang out and walk around.
Yeah.
So, Anna, what do you want to say in closing tonight? This was fun. We had a good time.
It's been a very loose and awesome discussion. So I hope you got, for the audience, got something fun out. It was awesome. So yeah, thank you, Ed and Tiffany for being here.
Thank you for having us.
This is Roundtable number 19, and we've done.
Yeah.
19.
It was a lot of fun.
I wasn't sure if it was that much round or table, but we had fun.
I know.
Yes.
So I'm trying to. What am I trying to find here? I'm trying to find all this.
And the nice thing is, I got to hang out with Tiffany without the 1 hour panel. Stop, run, go.
Yeah,
We've got an hour.
Yeah.
We were literally in the middle of like a really cool topic. We were on the world building, I think, aspect of that. Yeah, right at the end. And then I saw people coming in. I was like, oh shit, we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time.
That's what
you can't do world building in an hour if you're going to take questions.
Yeah.
If the audience is awake and ask questions, and they did. And it was like, wow.
It was really cool, and I'm glad we got to hang out. Thanks for curating that, Jay.
Always. So, anyone have anything they'd like to shout out that's going on? Anything else?
Draskara, March 10th is when that will be up for the Shadow Dark world setting book by Dungeon Damsel. So make sure to check that out. There's the link for you guys to get the invite for when it does go live on BackerKit. And then, follow me on socials, TR Nickel, or Tiffany Rose Nickel. You'll find me on everything, and you can figure out when all my other fun stuff that's coming out, like RuneQuest and the next book of Legends of Lemuria and all that fun stuff.
We'll have Tiffany back here with Dungeon Damsel on March 8th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when we'll talk about. We're going to talk about Shadow Dark on Gabbin, Anna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we're going to help promote this shout out here. Help promote Draskara.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll have some fun with that. Mm-hmm. So, and talk about some other things like tonight. So, Ed, anything you can shout out that's not under an NDA?
Sure. Okay. Souls for the Taking. I've already talked about it. It's up at the DMs Guild now. It's how we managed to get Realms Fiction, because you can do a novella under 20k words, so 19,900.
There you go.
And then there's game stuff in the back half of the book. So that's for right now. The other thing, those of you who have far too much money to spend, there's a new Kickstarter coming up for the world of Imaria. And for those of you who watch Legacy of Worlds, where Elisa Teague and Luke Gygax playing Melf, and Keith Baker playing Merrick Kenneth of Everon, and me playing Elminster, go along with Loholt Lindvander, Tommy Gofton, and save all the worlds of D&D. Imaria is his world, and that's coming out. So look out for that. So I can talk about that. And next week I will be filming in the United States at an undisclosed location.
Nice.
And that I can't say more about, other than to say I will not be covered in sequins. And I do not have a nude scene, which is a good thing because it's going to be heavens cold and snowing outside.
Do you have a velvet smoking jacket?
Well, I better wear it, because in upstate New York, if I go nude, people say it's bear season.
Oh, God.
I'm going to have to go online now and see if I can buy a bunch of velvet smoking jackets and send them all to Gary Con. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Hey, you know something? If you do manage to get them big enough, all four of us would look cool in smoking jackets.
I know.
Ladies look really cool in smoking jackets. They really do. You don't even have to smoke.
Just gotta I'll do the fake.
Yes, that's it.
No. Okay, stop at that lovely shop in Michigan, in Flint, Michigan, and get yourself a meerschaum pipe.
A meerschaum pipe.
The nice curvy Sherlock Holmes pipe. You don't have to put tobacco in it. You don't have to light it.
Mm-hmm.
Because half
It's
the
just-
fun of having a
Fritz
pipe is
tossed his hair
stick
like
it in your
Pharaoh,
mouth,
that's funny.
waving it around. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll see what I can do.
last call exclamation point drawing. We're doing a $25 and a $10 gift certificate to Troller Games. Got them both. So just exclamation point drawing to get in on that. Anna, what else? So we got Legends and Lore. I'll talk about that in a second.
We could go over on Wednesday. So
All right,
yeah.
So real quick, we'll show
Yep.
these. So Wednesday night we're going to go over all versions of White Plume Mountain.
Ooh.
Yep. The original, the orange cover, which is different. By the way, I have someone hopping in here. We're going to create a character for her offline, but for Thursday, give her a little higher. So she has one for the fundraiser too. So throwing it in there, and here's Amanda. Yeah.
Amanda.
Yeah. Oh, she is muted. You're mute.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
No,
Now
we can hear you.
I can hear you.
You working?
And then,
Okay.
in 3 Saturdays, the Saturday after the fundraiser, we'll go back to this new group, unnamed yet, Best Laid Plans.
No, our name is currently group name loading.
Group name is loading.
Group
Yes.
name loading.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's what our group chat is currently.
Yeah.
Well, I can always.
We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Yes. I can change that, but what a great group! And I have an NPC who actually they didn't hate. So normally they hate my NPCs, but they.
How could we hate him? He was so endearing
Yeah. Shelly is
and
something
helpful.
Yes.
Jay.
I actually expect him to be helpful.
Yeah,
he-
Mitchell Sharp, a gnome, especially priest of Jormy.
Are you actually being helpful to a party of adventurers?
Well,
Jay.
the character was.
The character is.
Yeah, I kind of,
Character's very helpful.
I based it
Oh,
off
and
of-
also Jay,
Yeah.
the shirt came in and I'm wearing it.
Awesome.
Oh,
Look at
Tiffany,
that.
you get yours yet?
Reppin'.
Tiffany,
I
you
gotta check my mailbox.
okay, all right, it's probably there.
I don't leave my house
Well,
ever.
Awesome. At this time of the year, I can
To go
understand
check
that. Yeah, but that's great. Great
Yeah,
to see.
yeah.
I really appreciate it. Amanda, you wearing that? So So I may throw in a 5th character player. I'm not sure yet. But that's it. Let's do the giveaway, and then we're gonna raid into. I think we're gonna do more Sparkles Mandy because she's actually playing Greyhawk. She's part of the fundraiser. So she's doing her part here. So let's call exclamation point drawing. First winner gets the 25. Second winner gets the 10. All right.
Drum roll.
I sold Chuck on. Troll Lord, here we go. Closing it out. Winner. First one. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm trying to get me go back and forth here. The pick winner button's not highlighting. Stupid Streamlabs.
that's
Let me
okay.
set-
Just push the wrong button, Jay.
I always
It's a
push the wrong
tradition.
button. You know that. 100,000.
I was
times
waiting
push the
for it.
wrong Button. My screen is blank right now with this. Give me 1 sec here. Now I'm gonna just reload it. Freaking thing.
Now, Jay, don't be racist.
Streamlabs. Boom. Maybe the site is
Dun,
down.
dun, dun, dun,
There.
dun, dun.
There it
Oh,
goes.
there you go.
There it goes. Finally. Loading in.
Got
Come
this.
on. Cloudbot giveaways. Too many buttons. Here we go. First winner is Michael Von Moku. Gotcha. Second winner is Kai Brightwing. Gotcha both. Congrats.
Woohoo, congrats.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congrats. We'll see you all very soon. Thank you. This was a fun discussion, and I am so glad that we had it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
it was fun to hang out. Thank you, Jay.
Of course, Ed.
Thank you all.
Thank you for coming.
Great.
Yeah.
One day notice I gave Ed. That's insane, Ed. Thanks. That you were available.
I live here,
I live here.
and it's 30 below outside.
Yeah.
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 So I came in from the barn, checked that I still had extremities,
Oh my gosh.
and sat down at the computer.
You did it. You survived.
You haven't 1 and 2 years, Von Mokel? Well, great. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. All right, let me hit a wrong button here. Anna, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tiffany, I'll see you soon. I know you got a couple things going on. Looks like Amanda may be playing this Thursday and next Thursday. And Ed, I'll see you a week from Saturday for the fundraiser. Mike Disney's painting up what we're going to be, the final combat is going to be.
Are you going to send me a link? Because
I
I'm
will
not-
send you a link. I'll send you a Discord and all that stuff, and your character and all that. Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Yep. See you soon.
Good night.
Michael, I'm just gonna Discord it to you. I don't need email. I don't need the email to you. I'll send it. Put it in your Discord. Just a code. Dun 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 dun. All right, hit the raid button here.
Okay.
I'm just waiting.
It's that wrong button over there.
Yeah, I know. It's just so many things here.
The whole time I was hovering over the emote so I could hit wrong button.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's one of the
I have a
favorites.
shortcut for it. Yep.
That's one of the favorites for everyone. Is that damn wrong button?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
And then-
Hey,
starting to raid up.
keep your
See.
fingers on the buttons, Jay.
PM Geezer Jim is running Greyhawk for them. I think that they're in Harvey. I think that's where they're playing. So, waiting for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you Wednesday. Make sure it went. Yep. Good.
Jay
Alright,
doing his own sound effects.
yeah.